What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at
Pots where our opponent donked into us. These will all be candidates for Brad Owens, not Brad Owens. Yes, Brad Owens. Nuffle strategy. Brad Owens Nuffle strategy.
Brad Wilson.
Brad Wilson. I always get it wrong. Brad Wilson's Nuffle strategy. And what we're going to do is go around. I didn't play it. We're going to see how we would have nuffled it and how I actually played it. And we're also going to see which we think would have been better. We won't see how our opponents react, but we'll make a guess as how they would have reacted. So I'll go first, and then
What,
after me,
what,
Andy.
what's Nuffle?
You're going to learn it. You'll see, Lewis. Nuffle, and by the way, Nuffle is a
Nuffle.
strategy by Brad Wilson that stands for neutralizing flop leads, and it is a very algorithmic, simple strategy that you follow when you are donked into, and you'll learn it as we go through it, and hopefully we will be able to express it correctly. This should fold all the way around to the ace-8 suited, who should raise. I should not be in this hand. Let's see what happens. So he limps. Okay. So he limps. So with ace-7, I can fold to this limp. That's reasonable. I can follow Joey's rule and go 1-2 back and see would I raise ace-7 in the hijack, and I wouldn't. And so that's a good fold. But if this guy is limping all the time, and he's limping 40% of hands, then I can just play whatever, anything you could open raise for 5 big blinds here. You can open raise. I can open raise ace-7, so I'm going to open raise it. There we go. Folds around to him, and we get this, and he donks into me. So I expect that I just folded here. Oh no, I have the ace of hearts. I'm not going to fold with the ace of hearts. So I expect I called. Now Nuffle, which is not what I was playing, is here would say, for your full range, no matter what your hand is, you call. You call with pocket kings here. You call with complete air that misses everything, like your jack. Let's see, what's the worst hand we could have here? We could have 8-7. That's not even that bad. We could have 10-9, which is pretty terrible, of clubs here. We would still call with range. So I call not because I'm nuffling, but because I have the ace of hearts. On the turn, he checks. And now in Nuffle land, we bet our air and our draws 70% here. So I should bet 70% pot. So I should bet about 13 here if this was Nuffle. And I do. And he folds, and life is good. All right, Andy, you are up next. This is your hand.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What
So just go around and say what you think each person should do.
spot's doing?
Yeah.
13 is fold.
Good.
14 is fold.
Good.
8 is fold.
Right.
Fold.
Mhm.
I believe the king 5 suited would be a raise 2.5 or 3, depending on the game.
Exactly.
Fold. I call.
Yeah. Defend and would you ever would you ever fold queen 6 suited here to this action? You.
Exploitatively or
Yeah.
GTO-ly?
Yeah. No, exploitatively. You in your game. Do you
Personally, it
Yeah.
very opponent dependent.
Okay.
Very, very opponent dependent. Like I said, I'm looking a lot at their fold to 3-bet, what their barreling rate is. Like, I mean, if they're barreling 3 streets, I might be more apt to peel a flop and see what happens. If I think I'm going to get paid on a big hand, if they're super tight post, I may just fold here.
Okay.
If they call every 3-bet and then fold almost everything to a C-bet, I'm going to 3-bet it here.
This is a good. So this hand is a reasonable 3-bet candidate. I don't think it does it, but it wouldn't be a terrible 3-bet against the cutoff.
If I'm looking, if they never fold to a 3-bet, but then are folding 80-90% to a C-bet on the flop, I'm probably 3-betting them here and then just C-betting range on any flop.
Right. That's reasonable. Okay. And before we get to that, we're just going to look at this one real quick. Queen 6 is one of, I believe, against the cutoff, is one of our prime candidates for a 3-bet. It's about half half, I think. Let's just,
You look, I'll look at peak. We'll see.
peak is going with, peak is going with, 3 big blinds, and this is a 2.5. So that's why I'm looking at this, but you can look at peak just to check it out for fun. Okay, here we go, 100. GTO, opening size 2.5, NL50, and there we are. Okay, good. So cutoff raises, big blind, queen 6 is in there for a 3-bet. It's a good solid 3-bet.
Yeah,
And
peak
this is
has mixing queen 6 call and fold 50-50.
really, wow. Okay, but again,
Yeah.
the 3 big
But
blinds.
again, that's a three big blind sizing versus
Yeah. Right. And GTO Wizard in the 3 big blind, just to show that there are not universal, go back. There are not universal solver, GTO solutions. Here we go. We go with this one and we change to your 6-handed pre-flop only.
looking at 6 max. I was looking at 8 max. That may
Right.
change
No, I'm
it.
doing 6. I'm doing 6 max because that's where we can get this size in the wizard. That's only why.
Okay.
Just to look at what the wizard's 3-bet. And here, for 3 big blinds, they fold all this. So very sensitive to that difference. This is also NL 100 versus NL 50, but he's going to call. Your opponents almost never find the 3-bet with hands like this because they're so non-intuitive.
Actually, peak does when we go 6 max, it does have some 3 bets with the queen 6.
Good. I like that. Excellent. All right, here we go. So what should he do?
You should be checking range.
He should check range here, and this is a good check, and he could check call or check raise, but he donks. All right.
Obviously.
Right.
So normally, like I would look at this as a spot to raise, but now knowing what I know with Nuffle, I'm flatting here.
Right. This is a raise candidate though, right? Just the hand?
Absolutely, I
Yeah.
think it is.
Yeah.
But I like knowing what I know with Nuffle. I've almost eliminated raising the donk out of my repertoire. I'm flatting every donk.
Right. Okay.
I used to raise donks all the time.
Oh, he's gonna fuck me so hard. So he checks.
See, he checks. So I have basically I'm betting 70% pot.
Right. About 10 big blinds.
Yep.
And I go a little smaller than that. So this
We get the magical fold. Some sort of just magic poker donk wizardry. They just always seem to fold.
Wait,
It's
did he
incredible.
donk the? Sorry, I missed. Did he donk the flop?
he
The
donked
big
the
blind?
flop. He donked the
Yeah.
flop, and Nuffle says call with your entire range. My hand likes a call or a raise, so my hand doesn't mind that.
Do you not raise if you have like Jack 10? Like I'd always raise with Jack 10 here if I just got the nuts.
Right, but not with
But
but Nuffle doesn't do that. It's
yeah,
a fine deviation, and Nuffle is not like the best thing to do. Nuffle was built based on mass data analysis of what is going on in their donks, and it comes from
right.
their
I mean,
donks
the-
are fairly top of range.
The beautiful thing about being dunked into is that he's going to have to give information before you do because he's out of position. So when you call here, you're keeping his range wide, and then we're going to get really significant information when we see what his action is on turn.
Now,
Like here, this kind of makes sense. He's got like a marginal top
Yeah.
pair.
and I did this not because of Nuffle, but I did it sort of instinctively. We just like he checked to me, I'll bet a draw, blah blah blah. But if this were Nuffle, my bet is too small. My bet
It
should
should be like 70% pot, which is what, roughly about 10 big.
9.2, 9.2. Yeah, 9.2, 9.3, right around that. And so I should have been a little bit bigger, but this is not so small that I've violated Nuffle. So that it's not like he wasn't going to fold to a 9 here. He's going to call this, but instead he check raises, and we have no idea what we do in Nuffle against a check raise. We just don't know what but for me, when we just look at the hand now, this is Andy's hand. What do you want to do, Andy? Now that you've
Shit.
raised on your
I
flop.
mean, I think, what do I have to call 16-ish
Yeah,
to win? I
15.
think
15.
it's almost a call.
It's a call.
It is a call.
It's a pure call. Look at this. This is the one place where Larry's thing is 100% accurate. We need 25% equity. We have 27% equity. Therefore, we are getting express odds with this, not even including the implied odds that we get if we hit and get even a single big blind after. This is a slam dunk call.
I would.
Or raise. I mean, but it's a never fold.
That's what I was thinking. There's a lot of spots where I'd raise here, I think.
You could raise.
I could see
And again,
raising. I don't
it
know
goes.
if, I was gonna say, I don't know if meeting aggression with aggression is required in position. Because
Yeah.
again, when you just call here in position on river, when we miss, he's gonna still give us information about his hand strength.
Yeah.
I think again, it's very whether raise or call becomes very opponent dependent.
Yes.
If I see that my villain is just, if I know that they're the type that's just never folding top pair, never folding a pair, never folding a draw.
Mhm.
I mean, if they're never folding a draw, I'm definitely raising. I don't know. It's a weird spot. It's kind of a feel thing, I think, in game.
Yeah.
I
And-
mean, from an EV standpoint, it's 100% a call every time. I'm never folding.
Right. That's the one thing we know. This would be a bad fold, but we don't know if it's a better raise than call. And we will, for fun, we will run this through the solve. We'll solve this one for fun because we can.
So this opponent isn't.
They'll never
like,
have a donk here.
Not
in
even chatted
solver.
here. So this opponent isn't really a Nuffle opponent.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, hey, Mike, you're here. So we in Nuffle land, bet call, check, bet about 70%. I bet a little too small. On the raise, what's the Nuffle thing on raises? Just
There is none. There is no
you just play like a poker player now.
there is no node.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're off Nuffle reservation.
We're now right. We're back to real poker. Okay. So real poker says call or raise. All right.
Now, okay, so that he makes
was
it
easy.
easy.
We're done. Yep. Okay.
Really fucking mergy.
All right. Let's
Notice this villain doesn't really fit the characteristics of your typical donking fish.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 18 and 18. He's not been the typical loose passive or.
Yeah. He hasn't gone nuts with this. That's the other thing we say. Nuffle is calculated for fish. For your weaker recreational players. If you're
This
playing
is a non-Nuffle candidate.
I wouldn't say that. I would say the very fact that he bet out on a board where he has no where GTO has no bets, has or almost doesn't lead, says that he's not as studied as we should be. But let's see. Maybe I'm wrong about that. We raised. He called out of the big blind with his queen 6 suited, perfectly reasonable. We already talked about that being there. And the board is queen 8 of hearts, 9 of spades. 9 of spades. So we're not breaking the solver, but this is a very, very low frequency thing. And when we train, we just don't do this. We go, we're not going to learn this. But he does have it, so it doesn't break the solver, and he bets out.
He bet a B75 size too.
And that doesn't even exist. But let's do it with a small. Let's at least give him that. On the bet, we are here with our king 5 of hearts, which calls and raises, makes sense. He then checks the deuce of spades.
Polarizing.
As he certainly, he should be queen 6. There he is. Where's his queen 6? Why am I not?
Queen 5.
No, I'm there. queen six. There I am. There's his queen six, perfectly fine, where he does check this most of the time. He checks. Our king five suited mixes. We chose the bet, and our bet was about 6.8 is the closest we could get to it on this size, because we didn't overbet the pot. So we'll call this a 6.8. And his queen six never wants to check raise, but he check raises. And he check raises relatively small. Right? We bet 8. He goes 3 times our bet. So yeah, that's about there. And here we are with our king five suited, and we go, okay.
It's like we're not folding any. Can you
Yeah.
go to filters and we can just see the hand classes or what they do?
Sure. And the thing to notice though, we were talking about raising this, not in GTO world.
Yeah, I mean, we're raising nuts
Yeah. No, I'm saying, but we
But-
don't want to raise these flush draws.
and then we're raising nut blockers. That's it.
So
Oh,
what do you
yeah.
want to hit here? Filters?
Filter. Yeah, so our straight is doing a lot of raising because it's unblocking his value,
Mm-hmm.
but essentially everything else is calling, except for some bluffy underpairs, it looks like.
Yeah, where is our, okay, so we're doing Jack 10 we're doing Jack 10 for value, and then our main bluffs have a Jack or a 10 in them.
Yeah, it's a very
Where's-
interesting
Where's the little pairs that you were saying are bluffing? I don't see them.
Well, if you go back to filters,
Filters.
okay, and then go click on underpair.
These
Yeah.
underpairs all are all in the Jack range.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So I think it is less important that this is an underpair and more important that this has a Jack or a 10 in it.
I think you're right.
I think.
Yeah, we're blocking the nuts. Makes sense.
Okay. And we're blocking the nuts and we're drawing to it also,
True.
so we have that kind of a draw. All right. So that's the main thing here was that we do a call here. The interesting thing I want to see now, where we get off filters, hands. Okay. After we call, when we get the 8 of spades, if he doesn't jam, do we turn our king 5 of hearts into a bluff? Because I want to. I want to bluff this if he checks.
So check him. Yeah.
Right. And we expect that, I mean, most people would check their queen here now. Now that the flush came in, they would check with the intent to call.
You got to clear your filter. See where it says clear right there? Go to your left a little bit.
Filters left,
Go left.
up, clear. Thank you. King 5. Yes, we bluffed.
Yeah, I would shove this.
Good. All right. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. There we go. Mike.
All right. Well, this would be a walk for the big blind here.
It should be. And yet I raised King 4. This
Okay.
is,
I mean, if you have some reason to be raising this hand, such as very tight blinds and or really weak player somewhere.
fold to steal 70, fold to steal 83. That's enough. This combined thing, this combined fold to steals.
I would be very wary of the fold to steal strats at this sample size.
15.
Yeah, that's not one
18.
that I typically look at either. I would notice both of these players are like the big blinds kind of looks decent, and then the small blind looks like he's just a little bit of a whale.
Yeah.
And not going to fold very often, which would lead me to then fold the weakest part of I wouldn't expand my range.
Okay, so I agree with you, but let's take a look at this. His fold to steal is 15 out of 18, meaning we've seen it happen a lot. And his fold to steal, 14 out of 20. Just saying that when you say in that strat is like, so we've now seen it happen enough times. It's not like this is, 3 options and they're 2 out of 3 that got them to this number. So that is probably what I saw. And their calling range, 3 bets, he's not 3 betting at all. He's 3 betting some, like that. But this is their call. This is how much they've called a raise, 9% and 12% total in all positions. So
Yeah.
that's probably why I did this and it didn't work.
Well, I mean, I like expanding your RFI range from button anyway, so.
But it's a pretty big expansion because this should be
It
king
is.
7. King 7 is mixing folds here, so this is pretty big. But I went for it.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then if you're sixes, I would be calling.
how often would you want to raise 6s against the button here?
0%.
Never.
I'm with you. Okay. I don't like that.
And so you filtered for donks, I assume. So he donks here.
The donks.
Donks larger sizing too.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so this villain also doesn't really fit the category of their typical donking type player.
Right.
So with that in mind,
So you're going to look at these stats and say that you're going to play this guy not like Nuffle. You're going to play this guy.
yeah, I probably wouldn't just automatically resort to, following the Nuffle strategy. I would, as Nuffle states in their in their strategy guide, it basically says that, is your opponent a fish or a reg? And it dictates that the flop leads are overwhelmingly 90% or are the fish type players. And if your opponent is a stronger player profile, then you have to kind of logic your way through the hand. So
Yeah, by the way, I used my hand for note and filtered for donks from fish and silver in a single raised pod, so you can see like if you click on the image, get it up on screen, Scott, you can see the type of hands they donk.
Great. Let's do that. Let me get that here. We can go to Zoom, see the notes. Here it is, hand to note. You guys are seeing this image, right?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, this is from about 110,000 hands, so not super high, but like it gives you a good idea of what the fish are donking with.
Top pair weak kicker. Yep, we see that a lot.
Yeah, this tracks with everything we've seen
Yeah.
here too.
I mean, you could argue that what we're seeing with the outsized aggression that is Nuffle, that a lot of people will fold top pair with kicker.
Yeah, but not immediately. We're gonna have to go 2 streets to get him to do it, but
Yeah.
Nuffle does that.
So Scotty, in this hand here, I know that if this were me with King 4, I mean, I'm calling with King 4, but I would probably deviate and not call my range now that this particular player seems to have been pretty decent up to this point. I probably would fold King 7 here, right? When we should be calling King 7 versus the typical donk type player.
Okay. And the thing that you're looking at is his 24-19. That's what's making him decent to you, right?
Yeah, just kind of a profile, right?
Yeah. Good enough. Great. Okay, so we do the call.
Oh, nice little bink.
What?
Makes your future streets a little easier, probably.
Yep, it does.
I'm
should
not gonna try to guess what villain 16 does because it's not anywhere I would be.
He's gonna check.
He's either gonna check or bet tiny by the
He's-
showdown, right?
He's gonna check. He's fucked. Oh my God, he doesn't check. I'm
He
shocked.
goes a little bit more
Well-
than half.
Yeah.
I hate this spotting game, but like I just cool. Like because they give up river so much.
Yeah, just call.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at this
yeah,
point,
don't do anything else.
Nuffle would tell you to raise. However, again, probably against somebody that's I would consider a little bit more studied, I would just call this 2 pair.
Right. And in basic poker world, this is a great call and not a raise, I think.
Right. And yeah, and again, like it says, logic yourself through the hand here. So okay, what does he do?
Like now, if he bets again, this is where I kind of lean towards hero folds because triple donk, just especially this guy's stats are so fucking strong,
Ooh, yeah,
Oh, That's,
that's
oh no.
that's quite a exactly. And I'm with I'm not sure who was speaking there, if that was Lewis.
Lewis.
Lewis, yeah. I would be very I'd probably tank down to nothing and prob- I
Well,
would definitely be considering folding. So this could depend on what I've seen in the past from this guy or whatever.
I mean, let's go back to first principles here, though. I mean, we've got a premium hand. We
No,
don't have to win that often. He's
we
not
have
shoving.
a bluff catcher. This is not a premium hand, I claim.
Um,
Yeah, I'd
well,
agree.
okay, we have a
Like,
premium hand that's a bluff catch.
Okay,
like
That is beating a lot of his premiums, or a
Well-
lot of his thick value, which is like Jack 4, 4-2.
so let's look at that question now. Let's, his most logical two pair here is deuce four suited, right?
Yeah.
Jack deuce and jack four, he shouldn't have a lot of.
Yeah.
This is cash and that. But he could easily have a set of deuces, set of fours, easily. When he bets this river, do we think that he's betting this river with any of the jacks that he flopped on the, just a lone jack? Queen jack, 10 jack.
This is really polarizing. This is kind of a nuts or nothing spot.
Yeah. So he has flushes here that makes sense. Donk a draw, get there on the turn. That works. And he still has all his sets. But if he's betting what he perceives as value now, we beat, his perception is way off because none of his jacks are value right now. They're bad mixed bluffs. And the only king that he should have here, King Jack, which beats us.
Yeah.
So I think we can honestly say we beat no value. He could be really dumb and think that a jack is value still here.
Why doesn't he have 4-2 anymore?
Okay, you're right. Deuce four. He still has deuce four. It's that one. He has
I
two
mean, first principle is if we're beating any portion of his value range, then we hero.
okay.
I mean, maybe I'm influenced by seeing the cards, but we also know generally the donks are going to be bottom of range. Sometimes they're going to be nutted as shit.
Yeah.
But they're going to be generally, in pull, they're going to be
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Yeah, bottom of range and draws, and a lot of draws got there. I'm not on board with thinking that 4-2 is like going to do this. Like even even 5-4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lots
maybe.
small pocket pairs.
I'm with Scotty in that this is just pure bluff catching.
I mean,
Like I don't
we
see
are.
2-4, Jack 4.
I mean, we are bluff catching, but we also at the same time are going to be some portion of his value. I see your point that you don't think he's going to triple with 4-2. I had someone triple donk into me live with 2 pair a couple nights ago.
Yeah. Say what was the hand again, Larry?
That hand was
I just
middle
didn't
2
last one.
pair, and I had
Okay.
top set on the board where a flush and a straight was available. But he didn't overbet. He bet 50, so it's
Okay. Yeah.
easier call.
So when he has deuce four here, I agree. I think that he can bet 3 streets. That one, but it's got to be deuce four suited. There's only 2 combos of deuce four suited, and there's an overwhelming number of the others. So I think this is described as either a pure bluff catcher or really a bluff catcher, and we caught his bluff.
Can you not
The
expose
other,
the cards?
sorry,
you
go ahead.
have-
I'll go next.
Can you cover the cards on the next one so we can get an honest response?
Sure.
The other thing to think
By the
about
way,
here is that
It's gonna be your hand, so there you go.
yeah, I put in the chat, like I filtered for triple donks and you can sort of see the hand strength.
All right, let's see that.
I mean, the sample's obviously going to be smaller, but there's still like some enough for like some insight.
I'm just gonna add one thing to this last hand. When you think about it, what happens, I think, when people donk their value and the complexion of the board changes and the nuts changes, especially two pair, they get really mergy. Because they don't know what to do, right? They took an aggression line out of position. And now they've reached river with a hand that no longer is nutty. And they get really mergy. I mean, that's the same reason why solver checks a shit ton out of position in the single raise pot.
Right.
Because you're just, when you start a betting line on flop, it's just naked aggression and you don't have any information about where your villain is.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This is gonna
Can I
be,
do this one?
this is gonna be Adrian's, and then you'll get the next one, Lewis. I'm gonna give it to Adrian because Adrian said keep them closed.
Which I think, Scotty, is the way to go.
Scotty.
You wanna do it that way? Okay, we'll do it that way and then see what happens. That's fine. Here we go. Oh, the dream and the nightmare together.
Who's this one for? Is this one mine?
You, this is you.
Okay. Call.
All right, first question, looking at his stats, this guy a candidate for Nuffle, yes or no?
Not particularly.
Not particularly.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna play in poker logic instead, and call seems, and I'm with you, call seems great.
Yeah, let's see what he does. I mean, well, if he was a really good poker player with that ace high board, I don't think, and I'm blocking other aces. I'm not sure that he donk leads this, but I don't know if there's any donk leads on this board right
He's
here.
certainly not a GTO poker player.
Yeah,
There's no donk here on
Yeah.
this board with GTO.
yeah. So I'm just calling here.
Yeah.
Queen, what's he gonna do? Check.
He checks.
Bet.
But how big?
Combine GTO land with Nuffle land, and say you're sizing up normally with GTO when you have a flush draw, flush every board. There's no other completed equity other than the flush. You got a set here, so it's between 75%. I can't overbet it because of the flush, so I'll just limit myself to 75%.
There we go.
I
That's
like it.
that's the equivalent of 75%.
Yeah.
What this bet accomplishes, in my opinion, is that when he does have an ace, which he rarely has, I mean, his bet makes sense for an ace, and then goes he still calls this size with an ace, which is what we want. And if he ever folds a flush draw to this size, we don't mind. We don't mind a flush draw folding. And there's no other real draws. So there you go. And he had the airiest of air. And we're happy to get a fold from that hand. We don't want that hand to get another card.
I'm gonna argue that we need to be a little bit more wary about applying this sample size to player class.
Say that again.
I think we just have to be a little bit wary about trying to identify someone's player class given the sample size. We've got 47 hands here. It's pretty good, but
But he hasn't shown himself to be crazy out of line.
I see your point.
Because in
That's
47
true.
hands, you can see some numbers that are out of line.
Yeah, I think VPIP and PFR are important.
You know, to get to this 45, he limped and re-raised 7-3 offsuit. These are some of the stats that get you to these numbers.
Now look at the other villain. Just look at some of his other notes.
We bet 10-10.
Nothing in there really screams anything.
Called 3-bet
Fun.
in with ace 10 offsuit. That's pretty bad.
I mean, how many hands is on this guy? Not many, right?
Haven't come that many. Okay, Lewis is up next.
Yeah, raise. Um, yeah, I just call marginal made hand. I mean, Nuffle says you call everything, so
Yep, Nuffle says call, Jonathan says call,
I mean,
everybody
and
says.
the range we looked at is mostly like middle pair or like top pair weak kicker, so we're not doing that good against that or draws. Yeah, we're like our hands probably like 50% equity here.
Uh,
Free. I mean, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Depending on the size, I'll see what I'll do. I mean, we're only beating a 4 if he's still betting for value, or like 5, 6s, 7s. He could have a draw still, but uh, I don't know. I mean, this is quite marginal. I'm thinking I might call one just to see if he shuts down because he could still be betting the 4 here.
Now you're calling and you're fold, your combinations here, you're doing some calling and some folding here, right? That's
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. I mean, the guy's an 18-15, but I mean, we don't have many hands, so I mean, that kind of makes me want to fold more.
right. Okay, so right, so leaning towards folding with some calling. Nuffle here,
Yeah, I think folding's gonna make you more money.
right,
Here.
and Nuffle here says raise because this is
No,
is it
no,
what is it? Is it
no.
pot or
No,
pot?
it's call.
Call,
It's
yeah.
call.
Mediocre made hand. It's called.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's our draws and our air that fold.
Yeah.
That I mean,
Draws in the air that raise.
and that is to any size smaller than pot, right?
On the turn with any value, you're calling.
Right. Okay. So we call.
And you're only folding your air no pair when it's a pot size.
That's what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
is to get the air no pair to fold, he has to be pot size.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, cool. I'm fine with cool. Because like most people, like we've seen from the triple, like most people aren't gonna triple off without 2 pair or better. So it makes it like an easy decision on the river.
Right.
Like if he bets anything now, I just fold. Unless it looks like a blocky size. Yeah, here's just easy fold. Like I think you're just absolutely getting destroyed if you call here. He's just gonna I mean, especially when the draw comes in, right? Because most of his range is middle pair, top pair, and draws, and the draw fucking got there.
And this is a Nuffle call, right?
This is a clear Nuffle call.
Really?
In
What,
Nuffle,
what we
in Nuffle, yeah, this would be a call.
what we hoping he turns over?
That trips.
Not bad. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So
mean, yeah.
this handout Nuffle. He got
Yeah.
lucky.
But again, the villain profile is not really there.
Okay. That's not a Nuffle villain. Okay.
I mean, you could.
But
I
he's
mean,
still-
you're
he's
just
still-
making assumptions, right? You're making assumptions, and sometimes your assumptions are going to be wrong. But this particular villain, again, he doesn't really fit the classic characteristics.
All right.
Look
So
at
that's we're going to look at that. We're going to be looking for that on all of the hands. Where that's going to be our first question: to Nuffle or not to Nuffle?
like I mean, this guy looks like a bit of a shit wreck from his stats. Like he's playing 6 max and he's got an 18 VPIP. Like the guy's probably missing so many button opens, probably missing so many free bets. Like is that guy type of profile gonna fucking donk triple without the nizzles? I don't think so.
But do notice what he did donk with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, classic pair. Like, yeah, that's what people donk with, pairs, weak pairs, and top.
This fits what the exception to Nuffle that we talked about last week. Because anytime those two lower cards pair, just abandon ship. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
because Nuffle's telling us that they have that so much. But then again, maybe
Yeah.
Nuffle's also telling us that that's when they bet big. Although 10, maybe 10 to him is pot size. Remember,
Yeah.
so a lot of people don't have the size that 83 is their biggest size, 83%. We've
That's
seen,
a lot, guys. When I see that bottom two pairs pair in Nuffle, I just stop.
Scotty, that was a good fold, man. Like you don't make your money from the cool-in part of the game tree in these games.
good point. Larry, this is your hand. It's not classic Nuffle, but it's going to be good enough.
All right, we got a donker. You
Oh,
ISO.
we got a limper.
Sorry, limper. You ISO.
And he calls.
Calls. Nice flop. He bets half pot here. Pretty deep. I think calling is I think I probably call. I think I want to keep his bluffs in here.
When we look at expand his pop-up, see what his donk bet percentage is.
This is, oh, was this not his first hand? That wasn't a, it was a limp, sorry.
Yeah, it was a limp.
I mean, this
Yeah.
guy's got classic fishy stats, right?
Yeah, this
Like,
is
like you're playing fucking 8-handed and he's got 36 VPIP.
so you want his not, you don't want his notes. You wanted his.
No, I don't want his notes. I want click on his flop. Expand.
I'm trying to get that to move, and it's not moving for
It
me.
does. You can't move it.
All right, there you go. I got to move you guys out of the way then. Okay, here
Oh,
we
we
go.
can see it.
You can see it,
We
but
can see it.
Okay.
Now click
you guys
flop.
covered it for me. Flop. Donk.
I mean, only 5 cases, but he hasn't donked yet.
Yeah. So there you go. There's your piece of information.
Click on it again and it goes away.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. So he donks. I call.
And then he checks. So it's very unusual. Donk on this flop against a 3-better. I mean, what is his range? So his range is, I think, going to be draws. I think when he checks, he doesn't have thick value, doesn't have
He could have
freeze,
weak king,
doesn't
maybe.
have king queen. So I think we have to value bet here.
Right.
I would be 70.
Right. Nuffle size here
I
30.
think it's
is 30
30.
with pair with just every single pair and 70 with your thickest value.
No,
No,
it's 30 when you value bet anything. You're
And-
checking behind weak value.
Right. This is strong value. So
And this is, yeah, this is medium value, top pair, good kicker.
Right.
And then your strong value, which is our overpairs and better. But
Yeah, I mean,
anything
B30
that
makes
after a
sense. I
turn
mean,
check is
we're
a
at the
30,
top of
30.
range.
okay. So all my value bets 30 here, and my bluffs and my air bet 70.
Yes.
And your strong value bets what again?
Same thing here. 30.
So strong value is only betting 30. So what is your overbet here on the turn when he checks? Is there an overbet?
Not in Nuffle world.
Not enough for world, so it's
But
only
it's a big bet. But I get my big bet in Nuffle World is my draws and my draws and my air.
at 75%.
can
Your
someone-
strong
can
value is only 30%.
Can someone link me the Nuffle
Nope.
decision tree?
Nope.
You have
You're
to
gonna
sign
learn,
up.
you're gonna learn it by hearing it. If you want to get the Nuffle decision tree, go to Brad Wilson's Chasing Poker Greatness, and you can get Nuffle for free by signing on to a website whose name I cannot say on YouTube. That we'll talk about when I can't do the thing. And by signing on through his link, he'll send you Nuffle and Nerdle and the river Nerdle.
Can I
Nerdle.
say YouTube go fuck yourself? Is that
You
allowed?
can say YouTube go fuck yourself as much as you want.
Okay.
We also don't know if they've turned down the algorithm. We could have gotten away with it, but I don't want to get any more strikes.
Yeah, so yeah, Nuffle B30. Yeah, I think this size is fine. I think this is the
Yeah,
size
I mean,
choose.
This is just
I'd
me.
do this, man. Like, I think if I didn't have the ace of spades, I'd be tempted to pot, but like, I'm not really scared of being sucked out on, really.
Now when he calls here, it feels a lot like he's
Weak
on a
king.
club draw.
No, or weak king. He could have like
Oh,
king
weak
4 of
king.
hearts.
Club draw
Our
weak,
s-
medium to good queen. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Go bigger.
Larry,
All right. And
that
so
was by Sam, I'm gonna guess.
that's
So-
a nice
Yeah.
turn.
That's a nice turn. That's a nice river.
Sorry, nice river. And our villain checks. Okay, so now I don't
That's
keep
it.
shoving it. I think we shove it. I think we shove it targeting his king queen. And that's about it. We're targeting his king queen.
I don't think he has king
You
queen.
don't have
No,
king
it's very
queen
hard for him to
connected.
have it. But yeah, I think shove is fine here.
So if
What
you're going
was-
using Nuffle methodology, wouldn't you target the queen?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you
We
would.
queen the three, so then it wouldn't be a shove. It would
I
just be
don't.
like
I don't
$20.
think. I don't think this is a shove.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
shove here. Like, I just don't think you're getting called
What?
enough.
What do these dummies do limping from up front? Like Jack 10 off. It's all there.
I mean, a shove certainly does target his very top of range, but I mean,
We don't want his very top of range.
no.
well, I think we would get a check raise with his thick value on turn a lot. So, I mean,
And I
it's the argument is that we certainly aren't getting called. I mean, so yes, Hungry Horse is going to say we target his queens for value, and that's a very valid argument. There's another argument that says if you look at the math, we don't have to get called very often if we B125 and a shove here, and we do get called by a king can't fold, or in the rare case he has king queen. So yeah, I mean both arguments are fine. I see your point. We can certainly target a queen X and go B50 to B75.
Okay, so Larry, I'm going to ask you 3 questions here. First question, in straight up Nuffle, what's your size here?
A size here is B30.
Okay, and Mike, is the river B30 with your good value and B70 with
No,
your,
sorry, I'm
No.
wrong. It's B50.
what is the size on the river? What's Nuffle sizes on the river?
I think it's B50.
Mike?
Yeah, well, strong value is B30
Okay,
and strong medium value is B30 and strong value is B30, but you did go large on the turn,
right.
which is not a thing in Nuffle there. So you might be able to size up because his value is going to be a little bit stronger.
Gotcha. So that was my first question to Larry, is what do we want? Is in strict Nuffle, which we've already violated, just so we learn it, we would be B30ing here, okay?
I think it's B50. I think this is strong value.
Yeah, Mike was saying strong value was B30 on the
Okay.
river. Did I hear that right, Mike?
Yeah, medium value, which is top pair weak kicker and top pair good kicker, is B30, and then your strong value is also B30.
Right.
When we got here by betting B30 on the turn, but we bet B75.
Right, yeah. So I was just doing that to review I did that question is to review Nuffle. Okay, so now, we've got this, so this would be B30 in Nuffle. You wanted, and then the other question we had was, Lewis said, what size would you bluff to fold his king X? So I want that from Larry. If I tell you that he has king jack here, and you have jack 9 of clubs, sorry, what size do you want to bet?
Yeah, I mean, so there is this. I mean, there is the Hungry Horse inverse conversation, right?
So give me that answer. What size are you gonna
So
bet?
the size, I would shove if I was trying to fold.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay, so therefore you can't, so with that logic, you can't shove your ace king. What size do you want to go? So with your ace king in that logic, you want to go,
So he's pretty capped. I think a B30 is fine.
okay, all right. And I think that a king will call B40. And I just bet pot and he folds, and he has. Oh, wait, we gotta go back a step. As a king, not a
Pretty-
surprise.
Pretty disciplined fold. I guess he knows the ace is really bad for his range.
Yeah, so 30, 40, we like that. Okay.
This
Sam,
is just awful play.
a
Jesus.
bigger turn bet, bro. Bigger turn bet.
okay, here we go. All right. Yeah, the ace came on the river, right? Yeah.
No, bigger turn bet.
Oh, I know. I'm saying he
Turn bet.
came on the river, so the turn is when I could have gotten all the value.
Yes, because he
But anyway.
either has a draw, a king, or some kind of air. The air doesn't care.
Yep.
Just go for the draws in the top of the range.
Let's see if that gets to come up on this hand. So you got king, queen. You get called by the small blind. All right. Oh, and look at you flopping top pair. He bets one. All right. So, first question. Is this guy a candidate for Nuffle, Sam?
What's a Nuffle? I don't know what the hell that is.
Answer is yes. Okay. So my question is this. First of all, is this guy a fish?
Oh,
Looking at his stat.
I mean, if I see an action like this, donking one, I just assume he's a fish.
Right, good. So Nuffle is the Brad Wilson strategy for neutralizing flop leads that we're talking about as we talk through our hands. So the first question is this guy a candidate for Nuffle? And the answer is yes, he is. So he bet one big blind. And since you don't know Nuffle, we will tell you that the strategy of Nuffle is to call all bets. We don't raise anything. Now,
Yeah, that's the hungry horse way, right?
Yep.
That's the same thing.
okay. So in this case, against this one, you want to call, so
I already won a race.
me too.
Because
I want-
it's so small that I just treat it as a check.
Right. Me too.
Yeah, and then I might just like raise to half pot.
I
Like
think,
calling is fine too.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
yeah. So here I want to violate Nuffle, even knowing Nuffle, I want to violate Nuffle because I want to do the following exploit. I believe that this guy's bet of one big blind is a whole lot of queen 10 spades, and 10-9. A whole lot of draws that he would like to see, or a jack, hands that he would like to see the next card for cheap. And I don't want him to see the next card for cheap.
Yeah, I'll make it like 4.
Make it 4.55, right around
I
there.
would treat it as a check, as if he checked, and I'll just bet like somewhere around half pot.
Right. And here's the difference that I would do. I would treat this like a check, but I would treat the extra information, but he will call a bet bigger than half pot. That he has turned my half pot bet into this.
Yeah, that works.
That's why I did that.
So in Nuffle land, that's just a call, right?
Yeah, I'm violating Nuffle here. And again, I didn't know Nuffle when I played these.
Yeah.
But I believe even what I've learned about Nuffle, that this is a good hand to violate Nuffle on.
All right, keep
I
going.
hate the violation here.
You hate it. Okay.
No, I don't hate it.
You don't hate it. Good. Okay. So this is Sam's hand. I go to 5, which Sam is okay with. He calls.
That sucks.
That sucks.
That's bad for Nuffle.
That's bad for everything.
Yeah.
He checks. It's a not changing turn card. If we are to bet, we need to bet small here to get him to raise off his strong shit and call with his weak shit.
So how small is small in this context? 5 or 8?
Like 6.
6. Okay.
Check is fine too, but
That's more, yeah. Check is more poker coaching than hungry horse. Hey, that card is great.
hey,
Excellent.
beautiful.
Right there.
Now
Beautiful
my-
card.
Except
Until
now-
he shows up with Jack 10.
Yeah. And we're splitting a lot of pots now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He checks.
All right, what does he donk? Check. So he could still have a lot of flush.
Yeah.
His ranges are flushes, occasional jack that traps. I think he just leads out with a king here.
Right.
So I kind of want to go. What would I bet to fold out a flush here? I don't know, like 2x pot. Let's just like bet pot here at least.
Okay. So you're going to bet pot here.
Yeah,
And
trying to get called by a flush.
Great. I want to bet 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 big blinds. I want to violate the Matt Affleck rule here. I want to bet incredibly small here.
Yeah, but I don't think on these kind of boards where they're gonna, because you're trying to get them to spaz. I don't think they spaz. I think they make more mistake by calling with a flush than spazzing.
Right. I'm with you. I don't think they check the flush here very often. But
No,
it-
I think they check the flush.
You're right.
I think they check the flush on the turn.
yeah, I didn't
I
give him
just-
an opportunity to check raise. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I don't think they check a king often. There we go.
Nothing. It doesn't matter. and nothing matters. But the
No.
one thing about this that I really do believe in was I believe in this step strongly right here. When I said this is 9-10, queen 10, spade.
Yeah, mostly draws.
Yeah. He wants to get there cheap, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy that I raised him, and I'm very happy I raised him this size, and I'm very happy he called.
I would bet the turn and
Okay. What size do you want to bet the turn? Oh, that you bet
small, like yeah,
said
it's like
like
6.
like 6, yeah. And I might have gotten a call from 6. Might have.
Yeah, it might have gotten a call from 6.
All right, let's see. Is there anybody else here? Have we got everybody? I think Richie is here.
I've not gone yet.
Okay, oh, Derek hasn't gone yet. Okay, so let me see if I can put you people in an order. I can't. So we're gonna do it this way. Derek is up. It'll be Derek, and then Laura, and then Dean.
But,
and then Derek.
So Nuffle just
I
means
haven't-
fish, huh?
Nuffle is, you'll see it. Nuffle is a particular strategy against fish, but it's a particular strategy. Which
I'm
Hide
one?
the
on the,
cards, please. Hide the card,
Brad-
please.
Hide the cards. Don't look. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. All right, here we go. All right, Derek.
I'm on the Brad Wilson site trying to download the Nuffle strategy.
Yeah, you have to sign up you have to sign up for a particular poker site, whose name we're not going to say out loud.
So I
And if you're
so I'm
on that
talking
site-
with Brad Wilson.
Yeah.
On their Slack thing,
Oh, good.
and he says, "Have you made an account on Clubs?" How do I
Okay.
get that?
I don't know. We'll when we're done with the review, we'll turn off YouTube and
Okay, yeah. Can we turn off the recording?
we'll do it at the end. So I don't have to break it.
Okay, because I haven't seen the Nuffle strategy yet.
I'll put it in
Right.
chat what it is.
Can someone
do
put
it.
it in the chat?
Yeah, we'll put some text of it in the chat. But Derek, anyway, you're going to play this hand. You raised ace-6 suited on the button, which I know you would do, although you would raise it to bigger than 2.5 in your game. And you got called. Then you got bet into on a board that you have completely fucking whiffed. So first question, what would you like to
Is-
do with this hand based
so,
on,
Like,
first
does he
question,
fall into the fish pot?
let's do that. The answer is, it's
He's a 44-33. With how many hands?
just 9,
With what? How many?
just 9 hands. He's only been
Hmm.
one round. He's played 1 round, 2 rounds. Yep.
So, although we don't have enough evidence, we're going to put him into the fish pot.
Right, because we
So
have
we're
one
going to apply Nuffle.
we have one other piece of evidence that he's a fish. He donked on the board that he shouldn't be donking.
Yeah.
So that's a limited amount of study. All right. You have absolutely nothing. What would you like? We have ace high. What would you like to do with your ace high and backdoor straight draw?
Well, normally I just fold this.
Me too. Nuffle says
So
call.
I don't think that we have no pair, no draw, so I'm folding.
Oh my gosh, maybe Scotty learned Nuffle.
Well, I haven't seen the Nuffle strategy, so
Well, I'm going to tell it to you. It is call everything. That is call everything from someone who is playing fishy, and everything that is. Is there a size? Is there a size that we fold to, Mike? I mean, if he bets pot on the flop, do we fold anything?
Not in the strategy, no.
Oh, just call it. There we go.
I don't know. But then we have to think that the guy has to be able to fold for the Nuffle to work.
That's what mass
'Cause we
data.
have no pair, no draw.
That's what
So
mass data analysis tells us he's going to do. He checks.
And I can tell you against the fishies, Nuffle is an absolute killer.
So he just checked. What would you like to do as you, Derek, here?
as me, I'm just giving up this hand. We have no pair, no draw.
But you do have ace high.
Nuffle, I think, says 70%, but
Yep, Nuffle's
I
gonna
haven't
say-
seen the Nuffle strategy yet. So
Well, you're going to see it here if I do it.
I've been unable to download the damn thing.
You've now seen.
And fold.
There's the 70. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Nuffle. Isn't that nice?
It's by some form of donk magic that it just is a bankroll builder.
Look at that. That's lovely. All right. Up after Derek is Laura. I will now turn off the whole cards. Okay. Here we go. You have queen three suited on the button. What do you want to do with it?
Question.
This is-
I wanna fold.
All right. It is a pretty bad hand, but the button is,
Ow!
you can raise queen three suited on the button. You can raise queen deuce suited on the button if you want. We're in a, in a world where you're opening to 2.5 big blinds. If that's your opening size, your button range can look like this.
I don't think you can waste two queen deuce.
Yes, you can. If you're opening to
Okay.
2.5, you can raise
Yeah,
it.
but queen three, it can give us just what? One pair or two pairs?
It's pretty bad, but and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying that the button is so powerful, you can raise queen three and queen deuce profitably to 2.
Okay,
So-
if we have to raise, can I see screen again?
Yep, and I'm just going to show you one other thing. If you're raising to 3 big blinds, now it goes away. So this shows how sensitive that is. For 3 big blinds, this is a fine fold.
Mhm.
So if I raise 7 big blinds, how much?
Don't do it. Fold your queen three. You're not allowed to fold. You're not allowed to open queen three suited for 7 big blinds. Just fold.
Like,
Just fold it. Now, looking at one other thing here, we have a little stat on these guys that they are not folding to, this guy is not folding to steals, and not people aren't trying to steal from him. Out of 42 hands, only one person has tried to steal. What the hell? Okay. But I opened a 2.5 big blinds, which
Yeah,
is pretty reasonable.
I'm trying to say two blinds, but 2.5.
Okay.
Okay, now, yeah, like I
You get,
said. we
you get
have
donked
to,
into for 1 big blind. What would you like to do?
I would like to call.
Okay. And Nuffle would like to call. Now, let's look at one other thing here, which is on our weird deviation. He wants the next card for cheap.
Yes,
I
he
want
wants
the
to
next
see
card for
next card for sure, for cheap, but we
So
have
do I.
nothing too.
Yeah. And in this case, right. In this case, I think I agree with him. I think we both want the next card for cheap. I think this is that very rare case. So let's do that. All right.
It's not helps to anybody. Oh. Uh-huh.
So we are going to fold here because we have absolutely nothing. And in Poker
Yes.
Token land, we fold here. In Nuffle land, we raise. We have air. He bet less than pot. I'm not going to do it. I'm sure of it. But we would raise.
But he
here.
has more blinds than we have.
He does. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just telling you in the Nuffle strategy, which is we're at the same time as we're looking at these hands, we're learning it. It's going to be raised to 17.5. Now, assuming we raised to 17.5, let's see what we think he would have done. All right. We're going to go to 17.5. He has second pair.
He calls.
He's going to
I think-
fold or call one time when we go to 17.5 here, right? And then we're going to get a river. And on the river's not going to help us, but it's not going to help him either. The river is going to be, someone name a card.
3 of clubs.
4 of
Thank you.
clubs.
3 of clubs, as I heard first. The river is going to be the 3 of clubs. And on the 3 of clubs, we get to the river with air. We bet how big, Mike?
Assuming he checks.
Assuming he checks.
70. B70.
So we're going to go to 17.5 here. He will have already folded or not. I think you're going to get a lot of folds for when we bet 17 there. The pot is then going to be 34, 40, 40. We're going to bet 30 big blinds. He's going to fold.
Any overcard too. If it's a king,
Oh, if it's an overcard.
king, queen, or ace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a diamond. Oh, even
Right.
better. Sometimes it's a queen.
And
So
guess what? Guess what? When it's a queen, guess what you bet?
30
B30. And what does he do with his 9?
calls. That's looking very hungry horsey, except that the big size is 70 and not 2x pot.
Yeah,
it's-
it's the same concept, just different sizing.
Yeah, same concept. So I didn't do it here. Laura didn't do it here, and I understand why. And it would be scary as hell, but in this particular case, might have worked. Very good chance might have worked. Second pair, no kicker. 17 on the turn, 30 something on the river. Okay, up next is Dean.
Yep.
What would you like to do with 9-7 on the 9-7 suited on the button?
Raise it.
Hell yeah. Against the one.
Oof. I don't even know what to do in Nuffle. Do we raise it or what?
Call everything. Call everything. Call your air, call your draws, call your junk, call your sets, just call.
Okay, call.
Now,
Okay,
that's
not
Nuffle. What do you want to do? What do you want to do here in non-Nuffle? What do you want to do here in your normal strategy?
Oh man, I personally want to raise it, but that's just me.
Okay, great. I expect that I'm gonna fold.
Yeah,
I'm just folding here.
I can see fold, but I just don't like it, and I just think it's like complete trash. I don't care if we get re-raised off it.
Yep. So that's a good thing. Just raise and see what happens. How big when you raise, do you want to raise it to?
Like 5.
Like 5. Okay. So you're doing the same thing as I did
6.
before, which is he wants to get the next card cheap, therefore I won't let him do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a play. Here's another way to approach this hand. He checked. This is a check. And what does my hand want to do against a check here with this hand? This hand can check behind happily. So I can call this because calling is the same as a check. That's one way to look at it.
I would say also you could also like I put c-bet in quotes. You could c-bet
Mhm.
happily.
Yeah,
I could. I have a backdoor straight.
you don't care to get check raised off it.
Yeah, I don't care.
why are we checking 9 high
Yeah,
on a wet dynamic board versus the big one? I'm not checking.
Right. But to answer your question, Sam, because if you approach this from from a simplified Jonathan Little strategy, you want to bet your premium made and draws and check your marginally made and junk. And the draws on this board, including backdoors, my 7-9s will be my 7-9 of hearts is a backdoor that I can play. And these two I will look at and say, this is pure junk. And I'm just going to check it behind. And on the next card, I'm either going to hit a 7 or 9, or I'm going to fold. That's why Jonathan is not trying to win every hand. Mark is trying to win every hand. So
Yes.
in Mark land, this is very easy. Against a check, you bet half pot for Mark's reasons. Very different strategies. But the answer is, why are you doing this? Because that's another viable strategy. And I will make the claim that if you learn to play the hungry horse strategy well, and you learn to play Jonathan Little's strategy well, if you get those two,
Yep.
make
Make a lot of money.
and you make a decision based on what on your play on your opponent of which of those two very good strategies to play, you will be a fucking monster.
Yeah. Especially if you apply it to the right opponent,
Yep.
right time. Yeah.
Yep.
That's my goal. Okay. So with this, I Nuffled because of Nuffle, or I called because this is the same as a check. Let's see what happens. I love that ace.
I don't like it.
I love that ace.
Great card.
Because we'll see. So this hand is Dean's. So
Do they check?
Dean, you didn't raise, although raising is legitimate. You called. And now he bets.
Hmm.
I know what I did.
You folded?
I'm sure of it. I know me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would fold here.
Right. Nuffle is going to so Dean,
Knuckles says call.
Dean, what are you going to do here?
Fold.
Fold. What is Jonathan going to do here?
Yeah, fold.
Fold.
Knuckle calls.
Nuffle
What is
raises.
Knuckle
what
raises.
what is Mark going to do here?
Right.
Mark's going to fold.
Because the ace is actually not that good of a card.
Yeah.
Because we could run into some ace here.
Yep, we could. Absolutely. Mark's gonna,
If he check, I would take a line where at the end of the at the end of the hand, I fold out like king high, queen high, club
Yeah.
draws. That's it.
Yep.
I won't be piling a bunch of money, but I'll bet just enough so I could get flush draw to call and then fold.
Yep.
Well,
But
what
in
was
this case,
the bet was
that's your folding.
the bet was
Nuffle.
what? Did he bet pot?
You bet half pot. So what is Nuffle going to do here? This is
Raise. Raise.
Yep. Dean.
Oh,
Nuffle is going to raise to what size? It's okay if you don't know the answer, but if you do know the answer, say it.
12 big blinds.
Yeah, 12 big blinds. It's going to be no. It's going to be
Mike.
It's going to be it. Nuffle's going to raise the pot plus his bet, which is going to be 11. Yep, 11 big blinds. We didn't do it. Oh, we did.
Oh, dang.
Nuffled the motherfucker.
Yeah, you nuffled him.
Oh, plus two. Oh, this is going to go so badly.
No, that
Oh,
works.
it's 94.
No, I think that works too because you would still get the flush draw to call. It's the same line as if he checks, then and we're trying to get a flush draw to fold, but you just need to size the river bet properly because an ace is just not going to fold.
Yep. There we go. I give you Nuffle, ladies and gentlemen. Brad Wilson is our hero. Mike is our hero. All right. Up next is Richie.
Did he fold?
He folded.
Yeah, that's Nuffle, man. If you try running it online versus like 1025 without worrying about what happens, you will be shocked at how much money it's insane.
Oh, the name of this YouTube video is going to be Snuffle.
Okay.
Scotty doing Nuffle. And the reason, by the way, I think we're finding some of these Nuffles here is I grabbed the latest ones of mine. These are just the most recent hands that I played of it. So apparently I learned something. All right. Up next is Richie.
Hey.
Don't look, Richie. Don't look at me. Don't anyone look at me.
I'm not looking.
There we go. All right. Here we go.
Scotty, you don't do this before, right?
Hey, Nuffle?
Yeah, you don't do this kind of stuff before, right?
No, I didn't know it.
Not until recently when we discovered Mark Goon. Isn't poker more fun this way?
Well, no, this isn't Mark Goon. This is Mike.
No, it's the same. It's the same thing. He does
they're
the
similar.
same crap.
Yes. I've absolutely, yeah. Mark Goon makes poker fun. I would also say some of the things we've seen makes poker dangerous, but when you're the idea of trying to get a set to fold, that's fun. All right, here we go. Richie, what would you like to get? Ace 10 suited and
Well, you're going to open that, aren't you? Oh, wait, you're on a 9 table, but I'd still open it. Yeah, why not?
Here we go.
So you've got a caller. They've just gone for one big blind. Obviously, Nuffle is just a call here, right? You could argue that you want to do the same where you slightly raise so they don't get a free draw. Well, a cheap draw, should I say? And you do have a reasonable amount. Don't mind if I'm not sure what you would do. What would you do? I'm going to say you're going to raise them again. You're probably going to go about 4 or 5 big blinds. 4 because they're short stacked. I'm going to say you're going to do. What would
Yeah.
I do here? I'll probably stick with a call in.
I think I'm gonna stick with a call here.
Just
I
because
think-
they're short. If they were bigger stack, I would raise. If that because they're short, I would call.
Yeah, the equity is already here,
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah, he wants to get to the next card cheaply. But I also want to keep the pot but I have my hand is interested in keeping the pot small, so I think we might actually be on the
Call
same
here, is it?
side right now. But Nuffle
Okay.
says call. Let's see what I did. Yep, I went Nuffle. Or I went Nuffle, or I went with my hand is marginally made, therefore call. However you put it, that's what I did.
Fair.
Card's bad.
Yeah, that's worse for you, right? So they bet. They haven't gone too big, right? The thing is they're quite short. I think you just still call, right? I know Nuffle here would Nuffle even here still raise it like what is it, 3.5? Their bet size because they're under pot. So what would
3.5.
that be? 9,
No.
10.5 bigs would it be roughly?
You get the same answer, but for a different reason. Mike, speak, please.
No, you don't raise any values, any value hands, unless it's really strong value.
Oh, right.
Okay. I thought this was be classed as weak enough to raise. Fair enough. Okay.
Draws an error. This is right. This is showdown. So this
This is
completely,
showdown. So you just call it then if
Right.
it's
This
sticking to
completely
Nuffle,
agrees.
which I would call as well.
This completely agrees with Jonathan, and I think this also agrees with Mark. I think they both do the same thing here. I think so. That changes nothing.
No, it don't. They
Excellent.
check. So in game for myself, and I'm not fully sure what Nuffle will do, I can't remember, but in game for myself, I would probably check this because realistically, I'm not going to open for half 7 bigs, and because there's just so much going on. You know, there's potential of 2 pair. I know it's a really weak player, but there's a 2 pair on the straight draw, etc., etc. The straight. So I would just check this back, feeling I have good enough showdown, because they could have a terrible 9 or 7 or a worse 10, etc. Yeah, they could have a jack here at some point with a terrible kicker, but I think I would just check this back. I'm not really sure what Nuffle does here though. Do they bet?
No.
Yeah,
No.
great.
Okay.
Yeah, this is weak enough value that's just showdown value, and we just check behind.
Yeah.
I do, and we get to win. Right.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. Happy with that. It seems, I think everyone's gone once. Is that right? Yep. Okay. So up next is going to be Derek. Don't show no whole cards. Go on. Ooh, why the hell did I do this? Oh, I know why I did this. Okay. So Derek, what do you want to do right now? You got Queen 4 suited on the button.
I think we lost Derek.
And we lost Derek. Okay. If it's not Derek, then after Derek. Derek, if you get back, jump in. But I'll take this one, and then after this one will be Larry. So I think that I'm gonna raise this to 4.5 on the simple idea that he is not just a 3 blind game with a Queen 4 suited, he's weaker than a blind because he didn't raise. So he is lacking the top of his range that Villain 48 still has. Here's the argument against this raise here. Remember, he posted. That's not a limper. The argument is that if I'm going to go to 4.5, then I need to be using a 4.5 big blind chart to justify it. And if you notice, at 3 big, this is starting to go away, and I'm going to guess that at 4 and 4.5, that the Queen 4 suited goes away. I don't know that because I haven't memorized a 4 big blind chart, but I'm just going to make that assumption. And if Mike wants to look it up, he can and tell us. But
I like it. I
that'll be-
like this ISO guaranteed decision.
but I'm going to take it here. And then let's see, fold to steal. We have no information. Fold to steal. We have no information. This is too early in the game. We only have 2 hands on these guys. All right. So I go ahead and do it. There we go.
Ooh.
Yeah. This range is stronger than it needs to be because he called 4.5 and unlike the usual big blind, he didn't close the action. So this is stronger.
Man, this is getting interesting.
Except that is not screaming of an ace to me. So, Scotty, options here. Scotty says, don't fold to one big blind. Scotty says, I have a draw. Don't fold when you have draws. Nuffle says, Nuffle says, just call. Now, so I'm not folding. We've established that. There is no world in which I fold this. Do I raise it? I don't raise very often in position, but I do have a draw, and draws can raise, and this hand benefits tremendously from getting folds. However, this hand also benefits tremendously from seeing the turn cheaply, which he's letting me do. So Nuffle plus my hand equals call. There we go. 10. All right. Scotty says fold because we're drawing to an inside straight when a flush is already on the board. And that's all we're drawing to. So Scotty says fold. Nuffle says 18 and a half. What do we do?
Do it.
I didn't do it. Let's see what 18 and a half would have done. 18 and a half would have crashed and burned, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Because when I call this, when I go to 18 and a half and he calls, he folds a lot of rivers. That's the thing to note. He's going to call the 18 and a half, but I'm not quitting. I might have gotten a Nuffle / Mark Goons fold on the river here.
You cannot give up the river if you're gonna raise here.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not giving up the river.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to win the hand.
Wait, you make it 18, it will be what? 30. He's gonna call
36. It'll be 48. It'll be 48.
No, the 12. It's included in his 5, right, or 6.
Nope. Not in this algorithm. Not in this replayer. The other one.
Oh, 18, 36.
So I'm going to be at 48.
48.
48.
Yeah.
And in Mark Goon's land, if the river is not a heart, I am probably betting 2x pot.
Yeah. We're
He's
going.
But in Nuffle land, I'm going to be betting 70% on a lot of rivers, unless I hit a queen. And 70% is going to be another 48. He might fold ace 4.
Well,
He might fold ace 4 if he gets the heart with only a 4 of hearts if I'm willing to do it. And he might fold ace 4 without a heart. The only thing that's not going to do it is if he hits a 4. And if I hit a 4, I'm not going to bet. So
I don't think the 4 it's good anyways. I think
did you think in Nuffle land, do I bet a 4 on the river, Mike? I have showdown. I don't bet, right?
no, you don't have showdown. If you raise here and you hit a 4 on the river and he checks to you, we still need to bet.
But I understand the logic of that. I'm asking in strict Nuffle, would I bet the river with a 4? I don't think I would.
If 4 came on the river?
Yeah.
And I missed the first part of the.
Oh, we're gonna Nuffle this hand that I didn't Nuffle. He bets, I call. He bets, I raise to 18, making a pot of 48. We're assuming he calls the 48.
Oh, okay. So you followed it to the T. Assuming you follow it to the T and you hit a 4, your weak value just checks behind.
Good. So that's the difference.
no.
No.
If there's any river card, this nutlick is folding.
Right. So remember, I want to clarify our arguments. One is learning what the strategy is. So it is absolutely the case that the strategy says check there, that I check behind with my 4, right? That's a question to Mike.
Is what? Say it again.
On the river.
Sorry, I'm distracted.
I bet 18 here. He calls. The river is a 4. He checks the 4.
You check behind. You check behind in Nuffle land.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Great. Now the next question is, we don't have to play Nuffle. You guys are now arguing that on a 4, I need to bet on the river, right? Sam and Andy, that's what your argument is. I need to bet a 4 because a 4 has no showdown value, right?
I don't think there's any chance this Nutlick folds. Hey, being super results oriented, I don't think he folds to anything on the river. I mean, obviously, I don't think betting a 4 is the right way to go because he's never folding two
Okay, this
pair.
doesn't. Okay, great.
No,
He's not,
he's not.
this case, he's not folding to pair yet.
We have no showdown, even if we hit a 4. That's just basically it.
Right.
And yes, we're trying to get him to fold an ace or
Everything
or
but a
pair
flush.
chime
Trying to
hand.
get a flush, basically everything but a flush and a straight.
Yeah, because he will like I'm assuming if he's donking with this hand, he probably like I don't know has ace 8,
Yeah.
8 of hearts, ace 6 with the 6 of hearts. So yeah,
Right.
like
But on the river, on a river 4 here, you are going to go 2x pot, right? Sam?
yeah, we're
Okay.
we're just gonna have to like the 4 doesn't matter if we have no showdown. Like he just the range is a bunch of ace.
Yeah.
And we're just hoping that he doesn't somehow river a straight.
So had we nuffled this, I think on a lot of runouts, we have a decent chance to win a big pot that we didn't deserve. We also have a chance of
Losing a bunch of money.
a bunch of money, but that's poker. So
Yeah.
so I'm not convinced that this is a bad candidate for Nuffle here.
Yeah, I mean, Nuffle is quite much a blanket one size fits all.
Yeah,
But
but
you
I-
can see where he's now using it with what is top pair marginal kicker.
Top pair,
And the kind of outsized aggression that Nuffle proposes can
Yeah.
potentially work against that hand class.
I would say that against his particular hand, I would rather Hungry Horse this river than Nuffle this river. If I'm going to bluff it, I would rather bluff 2x pot.
Yeah, I can see that.
But
Yeah, because I mean, when the flush comes in and we raise the turn, we're just saying we have a flush. Like it doesn't matter. Ace, if he river 2 pair ace 4 versus like just an ace, it's still a bluff catcher. He's
Yeah.
still bluff catching.
that's why I would like to 2x pot this and
Yeah.
not.
So we would like you would want to choose. You don't want to go too small to risk him calling too often. You probably just want to go bigger and have him fold everything.
All right, Larry.
Okay, so we're gonna open queen 6. We are facing the big blind. We have top pair. All right, so he goes 3. I think here we can call this medium value. Medium value, we're gonna call here.
Like the first thing I see is this is larger than the other donk, so
Yep.
tread carefully.
So Nuffle says call, and Scotty says call on this. Because when the board is this low, this is his board, not my board.
Yeah,
I don't want to
let's
raise.
still get button, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to raise this. Good.
We like that card. It gets rid of a lot of his thick value. He's got 1 combo of 2s. We are going to call.
Nuffle says call. Poker coaching says call. Scotty says call. Mark Goons says probably call.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
it's probably just a call.
Yeah, just call.
Well, there you are.
Poker coaching
So
says,
we
fuck
now
you.
have thick value.
Nuffle says fuck you. Mark Goons says fuck you.
Okay, so this is a clear raise. So here we actually in Nuffle, I think we raised 4x. 4x his bet size. So we would go to 40 here, but you can use any size you want. I mean, I think 40 is fine. Maybe 50.
40's good. Okay.
But what is his range?
Well, that's an excellent question. What is he repping here? It's really, this is whatever it is, it's mergy as fuck. You tell me. This is very hard to understand. Maybe a 4x?
He bets, and then he bets medium.
And
So
then
this
that's B50 again.
Yeah, this looks like a thin value or a bluff. If we raise too big, I assume the thin value is gonna fold. It doesn't matter what size we raise to, the bluffs are gonna fold. So I I would suspect if he really has a 6, he would bet bigger. So I would tend to raise smaller here just to get his entire range to call.
I think that's fine. I'm just going by what not, we're talking about Nuffle. Nuffle,
Yeah.
that's what Nuffle would do here. It would,
Nuffle with
with
the
its thick value, it's gonna 4x here.
okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
would.
Nuffle's gonna go to 40. I can see going to 20 and 25 a lot. I wouldn't go to 20. I wouldn't go to 21. I would go to at least 25. Because I think they're inelastic between 20 and 25.
So he bet pot, right? He bet pot
No,
on
he
the
bet
No, I bet half pot.
He bet
bet-
half pot on the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better half pot. So I would,
That's a 2.
I think I'm in the call to Brad Wilson. I would go 4x here. I think that's fine.
4x.
Yeah.
So you're going
Yeah.
4x. I'm going to expect that, knowing me, that I'm going to go to 25. And the one thing I think that's important here is if he has a 6, if you're him and you bet half pot with a 6 and you get raised to 25, you should call. You should not fold. I mean, you should not raise. Do not get it in your mind here to say, well, I'm going to jam my 6 because we're just splitting. And what if
What if he has 6-4?
But-
Yeah, but if you have 6-4, it's definitely a jam.
Yeah.
6-4 is 6-4
6-4 is a
good.
jam.
So what is all of our mass data analysis tell us? Tell us that he's on a 4 or 2. Would he fold a 2 to any bet?
Well,
You think
Yeah.
you think this player's folding a 2?
To a jam? Yeah.
Yeah. Why? He sucks.
Like, I think the
A
Beluga
good
theorem.
player would fold a 2. You think this player's folding a 2?
Well, I went that big.
And he has a 2.
Ace
Oh
high.
my
The money from
god!
ace high. All the money, the perfectly sized bet.
there is 0% chance that our fishy friend is folding a deuce there.
You are
0 chance, right? 0
Again, against this, yes,
0%.
against this guy, we need to jam then.
Yeah,
No,
there's 0. He's
no,
never
I disagree
folding a
with
2.
the jam. I disagree with the jam. You're saying because he called 35, he'll call a jam. I am not convinced of that.
Deuce.
No.
What I'm saying is I'm not saying that what you did was incorrect. I'm saying that using the data analysis that we did, this is a lot of times a 2.
A lot of
A
times.
2 and a 4, right?
If,
A
yeah,
lot of times a 2 and a 4. So I don't think he can fold a 2. So I would have just popped it in there. I would have lost
You
my
yeah, if you make it 35 and he calls with ace high, then that means when he has a 4, you could go up to like 45, 50.
Yeah,
It's not
he's
folding.
He's
Yeah.
not folding.
Wow.
This guy isn't folding anything.
That's amazing. And that is what a V of 80 after
Yeah, so you got to pop it
after
on
only
him.
10 hands looks like. All right. Up next is Derek if he's here, and if not Derek, it's Andy. So it looks like it is Andy. Andy,
Ooh.
look at all the good hands. By the way, these are not sorted for winning hands. They're just sorted for this situation. This is a profitable situation. Andy, you have ace.
Absolutely is.
Oh, okay. Why did I go to 4?
Because you think the big blind is a fish. That's why.
Not just a fish, but a specific kind of fish. I've
A
seen him.
calling station fish.
Yep, he's been calling not just a high percentage, but I bet I've seen him calling larger bets. This won't give me that data, but it will give me the data that we saw what he called with. King Jack, King 5, Queen 3, 10 8, King Queen. Oh, these are all, except for the Jack Deuce. These are all reasonable, but the fact that he has this many of them. Okay, so that's why I went to 4. It has nothing to do with my 8s. All right,
Hooray.
Andy.
We are in Nuffle land. Can I, just for shits and giggles, see what percentage he's donking at?
Yes, you can. Yes, you may. His donk percentage is
A lot.
all of them.
Right. I mean, according to Nuffle, And what I would do in game without knowing Nuffle is I'm calling here.
Slam dunk call. I agree. Everybody agrees that this is a call in the world. Everybody,
Nobody's folding.
nobody's folding and nobody's raising that we study. Plus I have the 8 of hearts. Without the 8 of hearts, there's some folding in the world. It exists. I don't know that it exists to this donk, but I mean, but with the 8 of hearts, we're never folding.
No, this player folding never exists on the flop.
Ace.
This is ugly.
Ooh. Ooh. We'll just have to call.
Okay. Scotty says call. What does Nuffle say?
Call.
No. Oh, right. Nuffle says call because I marginally made. I got to remember that. It's when I got nothing that Nuffle has me do the other thing. There we go. All right, we call.
So when we have nothing here, we fold.
We raise.
We raise.
We raise.
Yes, we raise. But
Like, if we were
I don't know
raising
about that
here-
card though. That card is nah.
So when an ace flops here, and we have nothing, we raise.
That's
Is
Nuffle.
that correct?
That's Nuffle. Yep.
to, what, 24 big blinds.
Yep.
The Nuffle situation, though, is more to do with their size in relation to the pot, right? And them being a fish. It's nothing to do with the ace. Like,
Yep.
it's all to do with their size and the player type, right? It's not to do with what has come on the board.
Yep.
You could cover your whole cards, cover the board. It has everything to do with the player and not.
And their bet type. Actually, against this player type, the ace is really good for you.
This guy, right. And this guy is a highly Nuffle candidate.
Yeah. Very
Which I
good.
forgot to be saying. I was supposed to say that every time at the beginning, saying Nuffle or not to Nuffle. That's the first question.
If I've understood it correctly, with a marginal hand, if they go over pot, that's when you consider folding, right? It's when they're under pot you consider sticking
with
round.
with a marginal hand, you call.
Wait a minute. It changes it
Over
over
pot. Over pot.
on the
When
turn.
they bet over part, yeah.
Yeah, on the turn. So in this situation now, if they went like 16, 17, literally pot or higher, do we still call or is it a fold in Nuffle terms?
You start
would
folding.
You would
You start
fold your
folding.
air. You'd fold your air and you would still call all of your weak value.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, though, if you start looking at some data analysis, a lot of the fishy players are never using overbets.
Yeah. They don't know that they're allowed.
Yeah.
They just don't use them.
Right.
But we have seen them when they use a bigger size, it's more tilted towards value. So
So when the player bets more than pot on the turn, what do we do?
like I would lean towards more folding.
You
Yeah, but let's-
fold,
let's-
you
let's
fold
start-
your draws and nothing. Fold your air and draws, and you call your mediocre mate.
What we were saying by the bad players don't really use over pot bets. If they're polarizing the turn and betting 1.5 pot, they're probably not a fishy player, which means we're already out of Nuffle. Like, we're not applying Nuffle on the flop.
No, I wouldn't say that. It's more like if they 1.5 fix pot, the hand strength, it's much, much stronger. Therefore, we should just fold more, which is
So-
consistent with what we saw. Like if they choose a bigger size, it's a stronger hand.
So, Mike, are you here?
Mhm.
Okay. So I just want to check this. So on the turn, if they overbet the pot and we have any kind of showdown value, not ace high, but I mean, we have a pair. We call the overbet, right?
So in strict Nuffle land, there is no, like, they don't include what we should do versus an overbet. If it's pot size,
Yes.
we call all of our weak value. We just call.
Yep.
We call everything to a
Right,
pot
and-
size.
and
And
then
when we fold our air.
Right. And we play our draws according to whether they're getting the right odds.
Yeah, your air is no pair and no draw. You fold to the pot size bet. Anything less than pot size is a raise.
Okay, good.
So
Now
anything less than pot size, we raise them.
we raise
your
our
air.
air and our draw.
Air on our draws.
We are taking the pot away.
And you call a mediocre mate.
And then on the river, what is our sensitivity to their bet on the river?
And so what happened here? We checked and checked.
No, I'm saying if they bet, if they bet on the
Yeah.
river,
Oh, if they bet on the river and we called,
he'd called the turn.
yeah, and we're talking pot size bet.
Yeah.
Scotty?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
pot size.
So if we called the pot size bet and then they bet the river, we are calling or what size river bet? Because it depends.
You give me the options.
Okay, so facing a 40 to 80% pot size bet, we call all our value.
Gotcha.
Facing a pot size bet, we're only calling like middle pair and everything worse folds.
Got it. And is there an overpot size?
There is not one listed,
Again, Mike?
which I think goes back to is it Andy?
Yeah.
Andy was saying like, yeah, fish don't typically go over pot. Like that's not a thing they do.
Excellent.
So I would say you, and like Sam says, you really start to overfold to those sizes.
Good. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, I think if you were to filter your database for like turn and river over bets, you're not gonna see very many, if any, bad fishy players making those plays. They just don't do it. Like the same players who are donk leading flops are never betting polar on turns and rivers.
Right. Excellent.
They're
Now,
never over betting.
Yep. Now I want to go back to another question. This is something Lewis asked earlier. He said, bet 30 in position on the river. This sounds like a sizing we're not allowed. Yes. Nuffle violates the Matt Affleck rule. Absolutely.
And it's good because they under raise these kind of bet as a bluff.
Nuffle
And-
violates, yeah, Ben Affleck. Oh, sorry. Go on, Sam. I interrupted you.
Well, the solver does that because like we open up to getting raised off our hands with like thin value and all that, but like we know that in low stakes and in live games they don't do that often enough where we need to worry about it. So they will make more calling mistakes versus those bets compared to raising.
And I want to point out two things. Nuffle violates the Matt Affleck rule on the river, and so does Mark Goons. Mark Goons constantly violates the Matt Affleck rule on the river.
Yeah.
Happily.
So we bet
because
30 on the river with medium value. Is that what we do?
30%. Yes.
Hmm.
No, hold on.
Which is
River,
what I would advocate for here.
When it went check, our river bet is 30 with our strong value and 30 with our medium value.
Yeah.
And
So-
our strong value wants to get raised and our medium value doesn't, and our bluffs go 70.
And this is a bet fold if we have like a pair.
If you go 30 and they raise you and you're in your medium value, saying you have to fold.
So it's a
Absolutely.
bet fold.
And in Mark Goon's land, when they check raise you on the river, what you call strong value goes even up. It may not even be two pair, an overpair folds. You
I mean, bad players just never ever check raise light on the river. They just don't.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So now let's look at this river. This river was whose hand was this? Does anybody remember? This is yours, Andy. So on the river, when the second ace fills, now he finally checks. So he bet, I called, he checks. And I know what Nuffle says to do here, which is, this is not value here. This is showdown value. This is not a value.
Yep.
Anybody want to turn this into a bluff to specifically target Jack X?
I like it. I think he's terrified of that ace. When we call, in a bad player's, if we think from the fishy perspective, when they see that first ace and they bet and we call, they're like, oh, well, yeah, they probably called me with their ace high and lucky asshole.
Right.
I'm gonna check and give up.
Or you could bet and try to get called by a 7.
You
Yeah,
could bet.
because you're ahead of 7 and 5, so that's a decent bet.
Well, it's a sizing thing. Like, do you want to bet really, really small and trying to get called by a 7, or do you want to slightly size up and trying to get a jack to fold?
I don't think it's slightly sized up to get a jack to fold. I think we got to bet big because the 2 aces. Jacks get very stubborn when there's 2 of them there. I think
Yeah, let's just check.
Yeah, I think we have to jam to get a jack to fold. I think we beat all the flush draws in both directions. We beat the 7.
I don't think.
I think
Do
the-
we need to jam? I don't think so, man. That's almost 3x pot in his stack.
Okay, let's say not jam.
Yeah.
Let's say
I think 50 big blinds would definitely fold out a jack, wouldn't it?
50 to get a 50, 55, 60. Okay. I think that I'm going to just check behind happily and try to
So
beat
I'm in game. I'm checking back.
Yeah, we did. Yay. Wonderful. Yep, happy. Didn't need to take the shot at folding the jack. All right. Adrian. Or Derek, if you're here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, Derek, this one's yours. Derek, then Adrian. Derek, I give you. Let's make sure that the show hold cards is off. All right. You have ace 5 in the cutoff. What would you like to do?
Ooh. Scotty getting
I toss
frisky.
it.
Toss it. All right. And by toss it, you mean raise to 2.5, right?
No, I mean fold it.
Well, sorry, you raised to 2.5.
So if I'm playing a game where the raise size is 7 big blinds.
Don't raise ace 5. Fold it. 100%.
Yeah. Can you show the cutoff?
What?
Range of
Yeah, Mike,
I'm doing 7 big blinds?
You want to show a big fat cutoff range for
Yeah.
big size? You got that, Mike?
I
Or
can. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, set it up. We'll show it after the hand. So get that ready. And Derek, here we go. But you're going to play this for 2.5. And
So in highly rate games, is it ever profitable to bet 2.5?
if you're in a game where big blinds fold sometimes to 2.5,
Like
2.5 is great, which is not
like if they take 4 big blinds on the if there's a drop of $4,
it's still profitable if big blinds fold to you. If big blinds never fold, they're junk to you. And so you're always going to the flop, and therefore you're always losing the drop. I'm not talking about whether you win the hand, but you're always giving that much extra money.
yeah,
to
but you can still like
then don't
win the hand and lose money.
Yeah, then raising 2.5 is not a good idea. But this is an online site where we get a lot of folds to 2.5, a lot of folds.
Okay.
So 2.5 is, I mean, that's why it's my standard size here. And in the live game, I raised a 3x.
Yeah, how much is the rate where you play?
It is a $2. You lose $2 before the flop, and you lose a total of $7 after the flop.
So they take $2 even if there's no drop.
Yeah, for jackpot.
But those
my
$2,
God, that sucks.
one goes to the jackpot, and theoretically, you're getting back the money from the jackpot.
Yeah,
dispersed.
like that's gonna happen.
But he's playing in a 5-10 game though. That's a 5-10 game.
Yeah,
So here you go. Here is a 7 big blind raise, and I was wrong. There's some ace 5. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So from big blind,
Yeah.
30% fold or something like that.
Look at that. I'm shocked.
Ace 5 off. It should fold 30%.
Yeah. Yep.
But if there's a drop of 2,
This is with a live 10% break.
oh,
I don't know that it's calculated as a drop or not.
What's your hourly win rate right now? Why are you asking these questions? I think you're winning quite a bit, right? So just keep doing what you're doing.
He also wants to move up. He also,
It doesn't really change all that much.
Okay, here we go. So, you are donked into, Derek. So first question is, what do you want? Well, first question, is this guy a candidate for Nuffle?
I'm a yes, sir.
So how many hands is this?
28 hands.
Ugh. I hate making decisions based on 28 hands.
I know, but you have to. You have no choice. You make a decision. Your decision can be, he is not a candidate because I do not have enough information, but that's a decision.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say we're doing Nuffle here because the 32.
I'm okay with 32. I'm okay with 32-18 Nuffling.
Yeah. 3-bet 0. I like it.
You know,
4-bet 0. I like it. Yeah. That's that.
so he does this. So first, so we've decided this guy is a candidate for Nuffle. So in Derek's basic strategy, what would you do with ace 5 here? With an ace of clubs? Against your player pool?
I don't.
Okay, hold on for a second.
Say again?
I guess we're calling here.
Calling? Okay. Nuffle calls.
Or we can 3-bet here. If I were playing Derek's strategy, I'd probably go to
Yeah,
8.
okay. That's good to know. All right. I would look at this and say I have 3 to a flush. I have 3 to a straight. I have an overcard. That would lead me to consider check raising when I'm out of position with this hand, but in position, I would not. So I wouldn't raise this. I would fold this without the ace of clubs in real life, and Nuffle, I would call it. This guy's a candidate for Nuffle. This bet size is Nuffly. Let's Nuffle. And I have the ace of clubs, so it makes it easier. There we go. Another king. He continues to bet. You picked up no equity.
So in Nuffle when we're raising our air and our draws. So we have air.
There.
We don't have a draw, so we're raising a Nuffle.
16 big blinds, people. I'm not doing it. I don't know this yet. Let's see what would have happened had we
Aren't we
raised
supposed to?
16 big blinds. We would have
Oh.
gotten fucked. All right. Well, I didn't say I played Nuffle. We're just looking at hands. Okay. So this would have been a bad day for Nuffle. There's just no way this works out well for us. All right.
So this is top pair pairing.
Mhm. Yeah.
And that hits his range so hard.
It hit this guy so hard. I don't know that it hits his range. It hit this guy.
It's this
Um,
guy.
It hit this guy. And I would suspect that if we go to 16 here, he is going to call. And on the river, if a club comes, we might have a chance. It's going to be pretty hard to get this guy off of trips, if at all. So I don't think
Yeah.
this doesn't end well for us. And it certainly doesn't end well for us with a 70% bet on the river. So this hand wouldn't work. All right, up next is
So what made you what do you think made you decide to fold here?
I'm not playing Nuffle. This is just
What
how I
made you decide not to play Nuffle?
No, I'm not playing. I haven't started playing Nuffle all the time. These are just my database. I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm learning Nuffle the same time as you guys are, and we're looking at hands how I happen to play them. Because Mike wasn't here when we started, and I also thought seeing hands that weren't Nuffled would be interesting.
You likely get 3-bet on the turn here.
Yeah, and then I fold. And it's an easy fold because certainly if he does that, if he does 3-bet me, that's just great. If he gets me off, that's wonderful.
So how much do we bet on the turn if they continue betting?
It's Nuffle.
Yeah.
We go to 16.
It's the bet size plus the pot.
16. And then we see what the river does.
So
Mike, if you would, did you see that that ultra Nuffle filter that I put in Discord for you?
No, I have not seen that.
I'm going to put it in the chat here. Give me a second. Okay. It is. I can see this. Okay. Yes, I can do this because I'm allowed to see this. This will not screw us. Here we go. Copy.
Jesus, when's that jet crash? Good Lord.
That's not good. Okay. That is the purest of Nuffle. Um, stick that in your database and we'll 11. Um, I don't mind that you guys see this. There. There we go. Okay. And then we'll switch to your database that has more Nuffles being done whenever you're ready with that. And but we'll continue down the line. That was Derek. After Derek, we are on Adrian. Okay. King, queen, 1, 2, 3, 4. 100% king, queen here for me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm 100% king, queening there. All right. There's that one big blind bet. What do you want to do, Adrian?
In Nuffle world, I just call.
Yep. Did we see this hand already?
Is he Nuffleable? He is Nuffleable. 37, 21, 7, 26. AF aggression factor 3.6.
This guy, it's a small blind.
Oh, small blind. I'm sorry, 25, 14. He's not really a Nuffle guy. Oh, the aggression factor is 6.0. So yeah, I just call.
Okay, you call. I'm gonna raise him to 5 on the not on Nuffle principles. I'm gonna raise him to 5 on the principle of he has what I think his hand here is filled with is flush draws, queen 10, queen 10, queen jack, jack 10, and bad kings and maybe some 9, 10, something like that. Hands that want to see the turn for cheap, and I don't want him to see the turn for cheap, and I believe he will pay more. So I'm going to raise this to 5.
Okay.
Oh my God. I changed my mind. I decided to Nuffle him.
Eight continues, but the bet is 33%. So you're raising here to 8, 9. You're raising to 10. Should be raising to 10.
I am in Nuffle. I am raising my air and my draws here. This is
Oh,
valid.
you're calling your mediocre man. Yeah, that's right.
I'm letting him continue to fire in Nuffle.
So are you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And now
I'm
that's
I'm just
dangerous.
risking this terrible, and I'm risking this terrible
Yeah.
card on the river.
Yeah, that's tough enough for man.
Yeah.
Check. That 9 completes that and the flush draw. I'm just checking here. I don't need to play this.
Checking, but we're gonna, but in Nuffle land, we bet 4 here. We bet 30% with our weak value, and we bet 30% with our strong value. And this is
Okay.
definitely weak value.
Yeah.
Now, it's been downgraded a lot, but Nuffle, this is a bet. And I bet big. I don't know, because I'm not Nuffling, and he folds anyway, so.
He folds. Okay.
Let's see, did I leave any money on the table? Was there anything he was gonna call?
7s. Yeah, that's about right.
That's
7s.
really small. I might get called. They probably fold. They probably fold to 4. But 4 is the only chance I have of making any money from him. Some tiny bet. And if I raise him here, he probably folds. If I raise him here, he almost definitely folds. So that allowed me to get to the river, which just unfortunately is everything he's afraid of. All right. Richie.
Let's go.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, pretty standard here so far. Just call.
Yep.
I think in most circumstances we would just call here.
I'm calling in Nuffle, and I'm also calling in Scotty Land, and I'm
Yeah, for sure.
calling in poker coaching, and everybody's calling. Nobody's raising.
Same, we just call, right? We just keep calling here. We've got showdown. Okay.
We don't even have
What do they do then?
That's the thing. We don't even have a kicker.
No, we don't have a kicker, and we could be splitting here, but in Nuffle, we still bet, right? We go 30% here. And yeah, we could be splitting or we could be losing, but yeah, we bet here.
We could get called by a queen for 7.
Yeah.
I'm checking behind here. I don't think I'm betting this for thin value. Nope, I bet. And I
Oh my god, you don't just go for this, that you.
What am I doing? What is it? What is with me? What? Who? Why?
Wow, you got them to fold, right? So you weren't
Yes!
splitting.
Did they fold? Did you? Is
That is a fold, my friend.
that the only thing that folds there is that beat you is ace jack, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't beat me.
Well, no, it's a split
I
because
got
there's a
him off
queen on the
chop.
board. They split
Chop.
it.
Oh yeah, it is a chop. Yeah. Ace
Yeah,
king
I got him
jack,
off a chop. Yay.
Yeah.
That's the size you need to bet to get somebody off a chop.
I am very surprised there.
Well, I love poker sometimes. All right, Mike, are you ready to switch to your database? Or are you still doing your thing?
I'm available.
All right, why don't you switch? Let's switch to yours with the new thing. Oh, hold on. Have you made everything? Have you made everything invisible that needs to be invisible?
Oh,
On-
no, I don't think so. What is
Okay.
it? What is it again?
So you have the just choose your hands, make your replayer window big enough that it covers, and then so
Yeah, okay,
cover
gotcha.
this, and then move the window over like you need to.
Okay.
There we go. All right. And we go back to, I'll do this hand while you're doing that, and we'll jump to the person after you, who is Mike Dean. Oh, Richie, did you go yeah, Richie just went, right? Yes.
Yeah, I just went.
Right. Okay. Dean, take this one, and then we'll move back to Mike.
All right.
Skate is here. Welcome, Skate.
Hey.
All right. Option, don't show the cards. There we go. King 9 suited in the hijack.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Donk. Donk big from a
Wow. We're just supposed to call a Nuffle.
Not against a sub 30 big blind stack.
Oh
Fold
yeah, 30 big. Yeah, that's fold.
and
We got
bluff.
2 overs though. Yeah, but still fold.
I'm folding. I'm just gonna fold.
You're
Yeah.
folding?
I'm folding. Yeah.
I mean, this is when we did mass data analysis. It was
Yeah, we're gonna talk
the
about
smaller stacks actually were more aggressive with their threes and their twos and their fives and all that other stuff.
the problem is that they don't have enough stack depth behind to get pushed off their
To get
three.
value, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, this becomes an implied odds hand,
Mhm.
and we have no implied odds. And if he's got pocket fours here, does he really fold? That's the problem with small stacks. But we'll ask what the Nuffle adjustment is of Mike, because we haven't talked about small stack Nuffle at all. But I just fold it, and let's see what he had. Yeah, he had me beaten and dominated.
Yeah.
This is a horrible place for me to call.
Yeah, because you don't want to bluff these short stacks because they just go LOL. You got it. I call.
They don't need, yeah.
And we're risking so much to not win very much too when we, our bluffs and value.
Yeah.
We're just not winning enough, so it's not worth having a ton of bluffs with our value.
So Mike, what does small stack Nuffle say about a pot size bet here?
Yeah, I don't know the small stack addendum very well. It's got some real weird sort of. I haven't studied it.
Okay,
I'd have to go look at it here. Stand by.
Okay, let me stand by, and I'll move on and then let me give Sam the next hand.
Sure.
I'm looking that up.
By the way, I got a hand I played 2 days ago.
Awesome. We'll remind me. We'll do that before we
do it later.
There you go. There's a limp. What would you like to do to the limper with King Jack and the cutoff? Jack offsuit.
It depends. If it's a reg, then I'm folding.
He's not.
If it's a fish, I'm opening.
How reg can he be if he's limping?
Huh?
How reg can he be if he's limping? But second of all, he's not a reg. He's 44-12.
Yeah, then open.
All right, let's get him.
Three and a
And he's
half,
broken
4.
the stack.
Yeah, we went 4.5. Great. All right.
Deep enough. He has 80 big blinds.
Yep. He donks.
He donks. Small. We're not folding. We call. All right. Here we go. He donks small. Let's raise him.
Okay, I didn't. I just took my I just took my
Make it like 25.
25, 20, 21.5. We're gonna see at the end whether that would have been a better idea than what I did.
Oh yeah. Does he that's the thing. Does he take the sizing with like if he runs into a6? I don't think so.
No.
I think he just has a weak hand here, like some kind of a jack or some kind of a 10. I mean, some kind of a queen. So
Yeah.
I don't want to make it big.
No.
I might make it like 16 just to get him to call with everything.
Yeah. 12 to 16 is the only way to get.
If he dongs bigger, then I would jam.
Yeah. Exactly.
If he like dongs half pot or more or 60%, I'm just rip it in his face because that hand is stronger. I'm going at the top of his range.
This is too big. He's gonna fold. Yay!
Oh yeah.
Call.
Oh shit.
Didn't think it, that's
Yeah, if I know he had an ace, I would bet I would raise
Sort of on
bigger.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah, I guess he could have run into ace of diamond kind of hand, right? Like.
Yep. Now, interestingly enough, in this hand, this is a really good one. Let's nuffle this and see that in this case we raise, he folds, everything is great, and we don't have to hit the ace on the river. So that's nice. This would have been a nice hand to nuffle in its exact configuration, but as it turns out, it was great not to.
But in the other way as well, right? Like ignoring the actual cards they had. If you did raise and he did call, you get there as well, which means the opportunity
I
for
get there in a giant pot.
yeah.
Again, look, go back to the turn and look at his bet sizing. That confirms everything. The bigger the bet sizing, the stronger the hand. The weaker the hand, the smaller the sizing is. They just tell you what they have.
Yeah.
Like,
So
less than 1/3.
Yep. Our raise here does this wonderful thing, which is it also, when we raise and we don't have anything, the weakest part of his range folds out and we just beat it without having to improve. When we get to the river, having strengthened his range, something you rarely want to do, you really want him to have a really strong range here. You want him to have 2 pair plus on the turn so that you can get max value on this river. All right. You ready, Mike?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm going to stop my share and gives it to you.
Okay. And one thing, so I pulled up the short stack addendum to it, and it's pretty crazy. I probably haven't like studied it. I've looked over it and been like, okay, it's really a lot of variables. So there's a lot more complexity to it. And I probably just haven't studied it because it really doesn't come up too often.
Yep.
Whereas, the Nuffle strategy is just so profitable, even though even that doesn't come up all that often. It's just so ridiculously like good. The results are crazy. Like, for example, in my 50 NL database, which is only 50,000 hands.
Right.
The Nuffle spots there were 195 spots using that filter.
Yeah.
And it is I just had it here. It is a 305 big blinds per 100 over those 195 hands. Sorry, that's at 100 NL. I filtered it for 50 NL because I have more hands there, 50,000 hands. Yeah. 269 big blinds per 100 at 50 NL.
Why don't we just play these hands?
And then at 100 NL, which I only have like 30,000 hands, it's at 305 big blinds per 100.
Yeah.
What,
We love
that's your wins from Nuffle?
Yeah, and
Wow.
and I pretty much try to use the Nuffle strategy, like let's just try to use it. So it's pretty rare when I don't. And we've seen some spots, like we've gone through some hands where I skip it because either A, the player didn't seem to fit the profile, or it was a short stack situation, or it was a multi-way situation, whatever. But yeah, I pretty much like pretty exclusively use it against those opponents. And I think Scotty, as we looked at your database,
Yeah.
and your database, still profitable against these players, but it was like something like half of that or something. Like it was still good.
So you're telling me whenever it's in a single race pot and then I get donked, I'm gonna make money?
Right. Yeah. It's just a matter of how much, right?
I mean, 300 big blind per 100, man. That is crazy.
We could build a
Yes.
casino. So let's take a look at one thing before we go to your database, Mike. Let's look at this one hand. So we won't go in all through the full short stack Nuffle strategy, but let's just look at this one hand in Nuffle and follow the short stack Nuffle on this hand. So
Wind your viewer up a little, Scotty.
what
Viewer.
about my viewer? What am I doing wrong?
Your banned word is showing.
Oh my gosh. Stop. Oh. All right, there we go. Thank you.
Not for nothing. I think they've kind of like
I
let
think
down on that.
I'm hoping that too, by the way. I'm hoping that too, but I'm trying to be at least, it's not too hard for us to do this, so I'm doing it. Okay, let me fix that. Thank you. There we go. This is good. All right, now I will share the screen.
Is there a cap on the Nuffle strategy? Do they like not recommend using it above 100 NL, for example, or higher? Like, or is it pretty much whenever you meet someone who falls into the fish category, you can use it?
I think fish are fish. So
Nice.
do it.
Okay.
Do
The
it.
higher you go in stakes, the less frequently you're going to see it because you have a better player pool. But a fish is a fish is a fish.
And they exist at the highest of stakes because you have people who play poker for reasons differently than the reasons we play poker.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I was just clarifying. That's good. That's good.
So
And just out of curiosity, I know this is probably harder to prove, but do you use it in live as well? And have you felt you've had success in live if using it?
Absolutely.
It crushes even more live than it does online. in my experience.
Absolutely. I played this one pot with this one lady. We were deep, like 1,500. I got her to fold on the river.
Yep.
I open the button, she donks into me, and then she double barrels on the turn. I raise, she checks the river. I bet large, she folds. She folds face up. Top pair. It was like
Love
a,
it.
it was a jack high board or like a 10 high board, something like that.
Various. Nice.
Absolutely, you need to punish them.
Yeah,
Punish them.
it works.
Like
So,
you donk into me, you're gonna lose.
So, Mike, let's take a look at this hand in the short stack strategy.
Okay, yeah, I got the chart pulled up so we can give
All
you
right.
the play-by-play, so to speak.
Here we go. First step, he donks.
Okay.
What's the chart for short stack?
That's what we're doing now.
Say.
That's what we're talking about now.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about now. We can't show it just because it's proprietary. So
But we can talk about it.
anyway, so right off the bat on the flop,
Mhm.
when you're facing a 60 to 99% bet pot, like a pot size bet, you fold your air. This
Done.
is where you start folding on the flop.
Yay, that's what we wanted to do. All right, perfect. I'm gonna hand the screen over to you.
Okay, that was easy.
No, that's great. And that makes total sense that short stacked, that kind of thing is what you would want to do. I just wanted to, great. All right. Let's continue. And up next is Arturus.
I was gonna put this database on here. I'm trying to see if there's anything that will get you a strike. I don't see the word.
Okay.
I could be overlooking it though, but I don't
The,
think there's no logos.
The logo isn't on the table.
No, not on the table. Oh wait, there's a logo over there. I'm gonna slide it over. Okay, here we go.
Slide it over.
Buddy, are you uploading these to anything?
No, these are just right off our database land. Okay,
You
great.
know what?
Here's
Okay.
Very beautiful. Look at this.
this is the
Mike, to be
100
clear-
NL. This is the 50 NL.
Filtered for donks.
So anyway, yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, who's next?
Up next is going to be, as I get off here,
Arturus.
Arturus.
And just as a reminder, if there's some info over here we need, I'll just let you know because this has the info up here that we're not supposed to see. So here we go.
Okay, here we go.
All right, Arturus.
Raise. Bottom.
Oh, so we're going
It's blind call, I assume. But oh, okay, okay. Fold. No, what position?
Right. So here's the thing. So Arturus, this is really good. So first with the fours, then you go on 8, 10, 4 is terrible. In straight up thinking about it, man, whoever's buzzing, mute. I don't know who it is. I'm going to start muting people. randomly.
I think
Who is it?
Somebody's getting shock therapy.
Oh, it's over. Okay.
Sometimes fans kick in. I don't know them.
I'm
just
hearing a lot of
I'm randomly.
buzzing.
There
Where's
we
that coming from?
I don't know, but I may have gotten.
no, it's
All right.
coming from Arturus.
Oh, it's coming from Arturus. That's for bad.
Arturus.
Yeah, it's fans. I don't know them when they start.
All right. Well, anyway, so Arturus. So looking at this, when you said you just fold it, reasonable fold, and choosing to fold the pocket fours without the spade and calling the ones with the spade is also reasonable. But in Nuffle land, we call everything. So you called. Now here you are.
Range call? You mean? What do you mean? Call everything?
Nuffle's the strategy we're looking at. You came late. This is a strategy about flop leads that we use when we're playing against people who are fish, because what mass data analysis has shown us is that the donk range of a fish is very weak. It is never top of range. And even
I
if
see, I
you
see.
beat, because it's not top of range, you can take the pot away from them later. And so it doesn't matter what your cards are. It doesn't matter what the board is. All that matters is they are a fish and they donked. That's all you need to know.
And just noticing here, stats here, kind of not really fitting the profile.
Right. So this guy could be better. So in which case you could still call this because you have the 4 of spades and fold without the 4 of spades. All right. So you got the king. What happens next?
He checks.
He checks. What do you want to do, Arturus, now that I've made you call with the 4 of spades?
So you pot this. Do you pot?
Okay. So Arturus wants to go pot and get him to fold all of his draws. And Nuffle would say here that you have got, again, against a check, when you've got a marginally made hand, against a check, you bet 30,
Mhm.
right?
I
Nope,
think he
you
checked
check
back.
your weak value.
Check your weak value. Sorry. Okay. Check your weak value. So Arturus is betting full and you are checking. All right, here we go. The river. He bets out.
Fold.
Arturus is folding. I would fold this. And Nuffle says call.
Nuffle would say to call versus a fish.
Right.
We can start to consider this player not being necessarily a fish, but anyway, I don't know what I do here.
Let's see.
What does everybody else say?
I think I like calling. Let's see what he does on river or here.
Yeah.
I think on the paired board with hero.
I'm folding here, 100%.
I mean, he's sizing up though.
He's got a lot of he's got a lot of 10s and things there. Oh no,
I
he
think
hit.
he-
So
He's
beautiful.
sizing up though. It's not a
We
good
don't
call.
beat 4th pair. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
So good fold, but interesting. Look at how weak he was on the flop.
Yeah, he luck box this.
And he checks the turn because we could have an 8 and also because it gets him here.
And
Right.
again, I mean, we don't have to win it's not, of course, it's not going to be right every time. We're playing a game of averages.
Does Nuffle say to call there?
Yeah, Nuffle
Yeah.
says to call there versus player profile that fits the profile.
But we have like air.
No,
We don't beat fourth pair. How can we call?
we
Real
beat
bluff catcher.
we beat bluffs. We beat ace jack of spades. We beat
I don't know. I can't think of any.
beat nine jack. We beat nine jack of spades. A straight flush draw on the flop.
Yeah, but we got to remember he checked the turn though. Like, do you think people with a draw would just continue betting the turn? This is unlikely a draw.
I
This
don't
is more
think,
like
it's hard to know what people are gonna do after they donk river, they donk flop with a draw. I mean,
So
some
Yeah,
people
you
are
guys
gonna
call there
continue aggression, but not
100%?
everyone.
Well, so here's what what Sam's point is, and I'm just repeating it. I'm just Sam splaining here, which is the kind of guy who bets his who bets his busted flush on the river, probably bet his flush draw on the turn.
yeah.
Who got scared, probably stays scared. That's his claim. And Nuffle says, I looked at the mass data analysis and found that this simplified strategy is profitable. I didn't say you'd win every hand.
Yep.
And we do not have to follow Nuffle blindly. We can if we want, but we don't have to.
Yep.
We can look at it with all the tools and say that I want to fold this, and that's fine too.
Yeah, if he blocks here like 4, 5, 6 big blind, I might start raising because then it might be like pocket sevens and pocket nines. But right here he's betting what, like 2/3?
Yeah. Close.
Yeah, like and
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I don't
fold.
want to raise. I don't want to call. I don't think they're folding a king. Like, especially, did we check back the turn?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Check on the turn.
Yeah.
All right. Skate, you're up. Next hand.
Okay. 7/8. It's gonna be a partial open in the cutoff. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be a partial open. It could be a fold, could be a yeah. Let's do that. Okay, we're against the small blinds.
Now this is pure Nuffle here. All right. So Skate, first thing, what do you want to do? What do you want to do in this situation with your hand?
The size, well, with my hands, I would prefer to have at least a heart,
Yep.
right?
What would you like to do with this hand?
With this hand, I think I'm gonna fold.
Me too. But Nuffle says call. Let's see what happens. Because I'm folding this every time.
Yeah, this is an interesting board for Nuffle, right? With the 2 high cards. I
Yep.
don't know if you have an
But we'll see
advantage.
what happens. Now
Yeah.
you bet 8. All
He
right.
goes 8.
I'm out of there.
Yeah. We know what Nuffle does, right? So
It says 22, right? Yeah, there it is.
If it works.
Whoa.
He folds.
That's just amazing, isn't it? It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Jack for a weak jack, yeah. He folds a weak jack.
Should almost be illegal. It feels like stealing from little kids.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, this one we might have to get off the reservation just because it's we do get heads up versus it's a 3, I guess it's a 3-bet pot probably. Let's give it to, so whoever's hand this is, we can play this pre-flop and post-flop.
So does Nuffle work for 3-bet pots as well? Sorry, I don't know if I've missed that.
I asked about it one time and I can't remember the exact response. I'm pretty sure that it does. Single raise pots. This one's weird because you got all these.
Yeah, crazy amount
posters.
of like limpers and posters, and then and then it's it's a crazy.
Yeah, I don't know who's next. Scotty's on a call real quick.
So Scotty, who's up next?
Well, he's on a call. He's busy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll go to the next one here.
Yeah.
Just see if we're okay with how we get to this point here. We get a call from the 3-better.
Nice.
Or from the original raiser, so we ISO.
Wow. Okay. This is your hand, is it, Mike? Like your
Well, yeah,
real
this
hand?
I played this hand. Yes, I don't know what I do here, and I'm trying to think if this was in game in real time right now, because this is where
Yeah.
I'd be. I think this is where all of us would be, right?
100%. Yeah, 100%. My instinct, it's tough because you have the club, right? But
Yeah.
my instinct, because of the size it is just the fold, right? But I don't know if that's too tight.
I don't think that most of my player pool has the balls to bet 24 here
So luckily you won't have to face
with
this.
an air ball. So I fold.
Yeah.
I think you can overfold here.
So let me ask you, are you guys, for that amount, would you be willing to flip ace king versus pocket sevens?
It's not gonna be a flip though.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
I think
see a
if he-
shove a lot on turn here, but
If he showed pocket sevens, I think we probably need to fold, but he can have other hands besides pocket sevens, obviously.
Right.
In
King,
pocket
ace,
pairs, which
queen,
you're,
ace,
yeah.
X suited. He's got a lot of other stuff besides.
Yep.
Would you be willing to flip with queen four versus queen four
That's worse than pocket sevens.
with ace king?
I'm discounting a flush draw here. So I'm folding. I'm over folding this. Like my player pool won't have the balls to do this because that's basically all in.
yeah, it is. It's a committing.
He's betting. He's bet all in. So I'm folding.
Yeah, in your player
I think he
pool,
can overfold this. At least
Derek, in
against
your
my
player pool, this is pocket nines all the time, right? I mean, it
Mm.
has some sixes in it, but it's mostly pocket nines.
Pocket eights, pocket nines. Yeah.
Yeah, or it's
But-
ace four suited, right? So ace four spades, ace four diamonds, right? Ace four hearts.
I don't know about that for 24 and in
You can't have the nut flush draw. So
yeah. One
know.
question on the last hand, what did they fold? I had to leave for a phone call.
Jack,
pair.
second pair.
Yeah,
For
great.
some crap.
Yeah, yay, Nuffle. All right.
fold this.
So this
Yeah.
one, but Nuffle says call this, right? So
Yeah, well, Scotty, I don't know if you missed pre-flop. There's a bunch of limpers and posters, so it was
Okay.
kind of odd.
okay,
Yeah,
Well,
this
what
is
about-
an odd spot.
Yeah.
okay.
Get
So-
in.
You just
So I
decided
chose
that.
zero.
Who
Nice.
doesn't give a fuck?
Tens,
Yep,
that's
Yeah.
what we
So
thought.
one thing I would say about this player is, and I know it's a small sample size, only 60 hands, right? They clearly have a split range as well. So we had limpers, they raised, they didn't limp like over limp as well. Sorry, we had posters and limpers, right? And they raised, so they went for their own ISO. I think we all were saying that their range is likely pocket pairs there. The question is, do you overfold or do you shove? I think shoving or folding is better than calling because you're basically just they're
Well,
going
you're
to shove the
calling
turn anyway,
there.
right?
Yeah, I agree, Richie. You're never calling there.
Yeah, I think you're going for
Like
fold
what were you
equity.
calling for?
Yeah, exactly. You're
he's
you're calling to try and hit either a ace or king, which may or may not be good, or potentially then give you more equity with a flush draw. But I think you at least have a potential fold equity here. Unlikely, they're likely shoving, and you're not often completely dead. But yeah, I don't think you ever call here. I think in this situation it's fold or
I
Yeah,
don't
that's-
think we have any
I
fold
think-
equity.
No one's calling there. You're
I
never
don't think.
calling there. I agree 100%, Richie.
I mean, no one's folding there yet.
So versus the over pairs alone, we are right about dead on. Like we're
you're close on the
27%.
odds, right? Yeah.
Which does shoving then make it profitable because sometimes they fold and or they have ace queen or some other draw, whatever.
I mean, he's not folding pocket tens with no club. So what do we think? I don't think he's folding any overpair.
He's folding anything, right?
Yeah.
So
Nothing at all.
The question is, are you willing to flip ace king versus the pocket pair?
Well, if there's no fold equity, then we know we shouldn't be shoving because
Yeah.
no
27.
fold equity.
Yeah, and the
Well-
27-20, we're reading the 27-29 wrong. The 27-29 is if we have one card to come. I mean, is if he's all in, and he's all in, and we have two cards to come. That's not the case. Once we put all the money in, that 27-29 is no longer the right number.
Now it's at that point it's 121.
Now we need a much more.
Yeah, it's
So
121
no.
or whatever 121 plus 57 plus 24 is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Yep. Think this one's a blunder. Okay. Who's up? Is anyone not gone? I think have we gotten everybody? And Derek, Arturus. All right. Let's go back to the top then. So we'll do me, and then we'll do Sam, and then we'll do Derek. Let's go in that order. Ready?
Okay.
All right. Scotty, ISOs, obviously. Gets a call. Gets donked into. In Scotty world, I would fold this without a diamond, which is unfortunate, but we're gonna Nuffle it, so we're gonna call this. Hell yeah. Let's see. Is he a Nuffleable guy? He is totally Nuffleable. He is a VPIP of 7, so he never plays, and we have 15 hands on him. That's not good.
And he's a broken stat.
His VPIP of 7 is not good.
There's only 15 hands, so
Yeah,
the 7 doesn't mean a whole lot.
I mean a whole lot, but it's not good because if we're putting him anywhere on the tight side, this is not fun. But we're Nuffling him. If we weren't Nuffling him, we would have folded if we weren't Nuffling him. So let's go raise to 29, 30, raise to 30.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That would be the following the strict Nuffle. What do you guys think? So this guy's only 15 hands. That's not very many hands to really start utilizing these numbers, but it has been tight. Do we overfold to somebody this tight, or do we just let the data say what it says and we go for it?
So that's what I was going to ask.
I think I would have overfolded on the flop to him.
He also has a PFR of 0.
Yeah. He's been in one.
And let's
Seven
take a peek. I know it'll be almost 0, or I mean, not enough. But let's take a peek at how many times he's donked.
He's only played one hand.
So he's only had one opportunity to donk and did not do it.
And he donked, yeah.
But also, the stats are low, right? But what kind of shows that they're a weak player more than the stats is they're a broken stack, right? The broken stack thing is indefinitely showing they're a weaker player, right?
And
the
open
stats
limp.
are still, and the open limp as well. So
Yeah,
those two things give you a lot more information than the stats do.
Yeah, you're right. It ticks a lot of box. Broken stack, open limp, call the open limp, donk a flop. That's a lot of boxes to check to indicate this player is on the fishy side.
Yes.
I folded.
Okay. And let's see.
Ace king. Yeah.
Would have been great.
Yep.
The ace king is shocking to see that's what he played that way. But
it can't, but Scott, is it shocking to see? It's not shocking to see if you take into account the MDA, the mass stat. We've seen that before.
No. What's shocking to see is this, Adrian, to me.
What?
That a guy who limps ace king suited and doesn't limp re-raise it, then decides that guy decides to turn it into a bluff.
The
guy that passive,
he's assuming that you didn't hit the jack, you don't have twos, and his hand is good. It's defensive. It's the same. It's the same spirit of pocket pairs. It's the same thing.
But this would have been a beautiful moment to Nuffle.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone.
I don't think he's thinking that way. I think he just doesn't know what he's doing.
Yep. All right. So next hand goes to. This goes to Andy is up next. That's
right. Ooh, the king queen offsuit. All in.
I love it. I love it.
Broken stack 33. To Nuffle or not?
3-0.
The answer is to Nuffle.
Nuffle.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay, good.
Open-ended. Yeah.
Oh, your hand also just made it easier.
Yeah. What to do? What to do? All in or just flat here, like we'll do with literally everything in Nuffle.
Right.
Oh, we turn the nuts.
We love poker.
Wow.
So with value, we call here in
On a
Nuffle land, right?
On a turn, we raise our strong value.
Raise strong.
Oh, we raise the strong value. I thought it was call strong value, raise weak value, and
Call
okay.
call
No.
weak value, raise strong value in air.
We're only
Super
raising
polar.
strong value
The
30%.
definition of
right?
polar.
But we're only raising strong value 30%, right?
3x.
3x?
4x with trips plus, which this qualifies for.
4x is strong value? Okay.
Yeah, 4x is strong value, is your strongest value. 3x is your over pairs and two pairs. And medium value, which is top pair, is just a call. Weak value is just a call. And then we're raising our air and our draws. So in this specific spot, we should be raising it to 24 if we followed it.
Let's go.
No.
Come on, Mike, what are we doing here, buddy?
Yeah.
Right.
As Derek
You
would
were the
say,
chosen one, Mike. You were
No,
the
and
chosen
then he
one.
got to
Ah!
the flush. Then he hit
Punish
the flush.
him! Punish him!
what was going through your head,
I don't know.
as Derek
We're
would
just
say?
bluff catching.
I think you need to raise here.
Oh, I hate a raise here. Paired board, flush got there.
Well, what does his sizing tell you, Andy?
Yes.
The weak
Raise
hand.
and fold to a
Monkey and
jam.
doesn't know how to size his bets.
Okay.
Probably that he's afraid of the flush or the paired board.
So if he's,
He's
afraid of the
of
flush,
one of those
if he's
two
afraid of the
things.
flush and paired board, does he have a flush or does he have a full house of trips?
He can flush if he's afraid of the paired board, but I don't know. Maybe maybe it is a raise and then a raise fold.
Yeah, I think it's obligatory raise here.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys talked me into it. All in.
Nah, not all in. We're targeting a jack here or a 10. It needs to be small.
I know that.
Yeah.
It's from the other group. Everything's all in all the time.
Yeah. And that's what we're looking to call.
Shit, I was gonna say that's too big. God damn.
4x. Nice.
Okay.
So interesting deviation on the turn there. Let's avoid the heads up. Okay.
Now, had you raised that turn,
he would have still called.
He would have called.
Absolutely.
And the pot would have been bigger for the
Mhm.
river bet that he might or might not have taken. So that would have been good. All right. Yeah, because he's got a straight draw to go with it. Yeah, he calls that. All right. Up after Andy is Mike. Mike as himself.
Oh, well, then I'll just step through it because let's see if I follow what we should be doing. Oh, it's a short stack limp here. Let's see if we get flatted by the small blind is where this comes in. And this is the first hand for this player or the second hand at the table for this player. So we have no info and he has 90. So he has a full stack. He goes B50.
So in game, I'm folding this 100% prior to this, but now it's Nuffle. Let's see how much better.
B75, actually bigger, B80, right?
Yeah.
Again.
Oh. Mhm.
So if they bet B80
But that's
on the turn,
hold on.
then we just
This is not Nuffle here. You
This
should be
is-
just calling here.
This is not Nuffle. No, it is not.
You've decided something else.
I did.
so if they
Wow.
continue on the turn, we just call again
Yes.
with a
Unless
pair.
they overbet. If they overbet, then you get out of there.
Or if you overbet, they're not playing Nuffle and you have to and then you just make your own decisions.
Yeah.
Right.
So he had queen 10 off.
Oh my gosh. You must have been so happy. Let's
Yeah.
see what does he do?
But
Oh, he
but
folded.
this is where you could technically be missing out, right? By deviating from Nuffle because you're pushing out their air, right? So by you just calling, they could fire again with Queen 10. I know they could hit, but they could be firing again with their air on the river, which you're just calling and then getting, right? That's the point of Nuffle, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, and you know, we have pocket sixes on this flop, 3 overcards. Can we like deviate in a sense that, okay, let's just consider our hand air right now? And if we do, then this would be a,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if we have
That's true.
5-6.
At this point, you almost have to consider sixes to be basically an airball.
Yes.
Right.
you did, and I point out, you bet bigger than Nuffle does here. You were committed to some other world here. You didn't say this is air and Nuffle, and therefore I will Nuffle it.
Right, because it should be a B sit or it should be a 27 size type raise.
And you said, don't, you said, please don't call me. Don't make me do this on the river. All right. This is going to be after Mike's skate.
Okay. All right. So, okay, we are UTG with King Jack suited. Yeah. It's gonna be a partial open.
That's full.
Full.
Yep.
Right.
No, King Jack suited this or in a full ring game is actually not full, but you can certainly play it.
Yes, I'm
No,
right,
King
Larry.
Jack. No, King Jack is full. I'm sorry. King Jack is full. Queen Jack is not full.
Okay, I'm wrong.
King
wrong.
Jack's full. Oh, don't worry about it. We're doing it.
All right.
That's the important thing.
Got to study my ranges. All right. So
We do have a 40 big blind stack that makes a call.
okay.
And this is actually a donkable flop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They have
And he is short stack Nuffle.
range and an advantage, but so Nuffle says call here.
Yeah, actually, in the short stack world, this is a fold. Pot size bets. We can fold.
Yeah,
Fold or
Yeah.
air.
this is air.
I think one of the reasons that against these short stacks, it's using a different strategy, for instance, here, is that we just don't have the ammunition that will be available on river to generate a fold, right? He's just not gonna have much left behind.
Yep, good fold. All right. Skate, take the next one also.
Okay.
You didn't get into enough trouble yet.
All right. So this King Jack here is a full open here.
This is a different.
You know that?
No, King Jack is an open.
Yeah.
King Jack of spades and King Jack of clubs are 2 different hands.
Yep, there you go. All right.
Okay.
Okay, question number 1. When he donks out, first thing we do before we look at the board, our hand or anything, we ask the question to Nuffle or not to Nuffle. Looking at his stats, what's your decision?
Looks like kind of like a fishy fish.
I like it.
So yeah, let's. Sorry, Mike.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So
This
think somebody-
is blind v blind, though, right? Does it
Nope.
change in blind v
Nope,
blind?
nope. We're under the gun. He's the small.
Oh,
blind.
sorry, I'm
Guy there.
being blind. I'm being blind, missing the player there. Yeah, fair.
Yeah, let's call and see what develops on the turn.
There we go.
Okay. Oh, they check.
Ow.
So we should be going for it. We could go. So what is the Nuffle thing? Like the Nuffle strat when they check? Are we gonna be going like close to pot or pot?
70.
70 close to pot. Okay, so 70 of 12 should be somewhere around 8 big blinds.
8.4, exactly.
8.5-ish, 8.4 exact, I think.
Really? Okay.
And boom. Clean fold. Yay.
8.5. Did you know
Right.
Nuffle before this? Or did you get lucky with 8.5?
No, this is Mike's database. Mike is it's the full name is McNuffle
Okay.
Mike is the McNuffle whisperer.
here in our world. All right, that was skate. After skate is Richie.
Nice. Nice. Well, yeah, we're opening. We're on the button. Suited always opens. Queen suited always opens. But
Okay, and he is 90, started with 95 big blinds and is 8-0 over 13 hands. So
Yeah.
that's all we have.
Yeah, so he has done nothing fishy yet.
no. But apart from having a split and now donking,
Right.
potentially.
Yeah, he did that.
Okay, so yeah, in this situation, obviously, if we're sticking purely to Nuffle, I still think we call, even though it's on the slightly larger sizing, right? So we still call.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. And now we wait and see what they do. They go small, so now we raise to 19, right? Which is pretty much 19, and then they fold
Bam.
and we take. Nice.
Nice.
What do they
Arcturus.
have? They
King
had a
10
10
of
and what?
spades. King 10 of spades.
They folded top pair
Yeah.
with a good kicker.
It's crazy.
Wow.
This is crazy.
We have a poster, 40 big blind poster.
And this is Arcturus, by the way.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh. I don't know. How can we jump? I missed the turn strategy, but
Well, he's a short stack, so we don't. So this one you're just gonna have to play like poker.
normal poker. Let's go.
Normal
ISO.
poker. Normal
Yeah,
poker.
let's go. Pray for King 9-0. He doesn't rep much, right? But he still reps King 10 what he repped on the turn.
He still has all his aces.
I don't know. We are stations, right?
I
I
want.
mean,
Yeah, this is not a flush or not a straight, or it could be a straight, but not a flush.
Oh,
Could be an ace, and if you raise him, he's probably not folding an ace for 10.
I don't think this is an instant. It
I-
could be
I
a
don't
two
think we
pair
have any
type
fold-
hand though.
We have no fold
Yeah,
equity.
two pair, yeah.
Hit the second pair. Yep.
That's it.
Great. All right. Dean.
Like, what does Nuffle say about this, Mike?
We'd have to go to the short stack part of it. And let's see if we walked through that in the short stack version. Let's see what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So of course we ISO, we get called, we get donked into. So B50, we're calling. And so on the flop, your call down threshold is any pair.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's what we
And if
have.
he continues betting,
And then so on turn, if and when, so we have a 3 straight and a 3 flush.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look here. It says, and what did he do? He went, let's call it a B33.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the chart here, I'm trying to find it. Like, this is weird to look at, but versus turn check versus turn card type. 4 straight, 4 flush, which doesn't really apply.
Nope.
Flush completes doesn't apply. All others, any pair plus we call. Any pair or better we call. So this would be a call.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a flush complete though, right? You said flush complete didn't apply, but it does
Well,
complete,
it
right?
says a 4 flush. So to
Oh,
me,
okay.
to me, this is not a 4 flush.
Not a 4 flush.
Right? And then on the river, if there's a whole bunch of SPR variables versus a river. What does he do? B50.
Mm-hmm.
that's more than half his stack left.
Versus turn check versus, I'm trying to find it. Okay, there it is. River versus, okay, a flush completes, a 4 straight, or a 4 flush. This would be a 4 straight. Our
Yep.
call down is a mid pocket pair or more. So
Okay, we
I
call.
guess this would qualify as a call.
Yeah. This would be a call. All right.
Mike, could you repeat if on the turn we call any pair? We call any pair on the turn, you said, right?
On
No,
the
or
turn,
mid pair.
River was
Oh,
mid.
yeah, on the turn, depending on the card, in this case, it was a all others. So it's not a 4 flush, it's not a 4 straight, and it's not a flush completer. Which
No,
you
it
would
is a
think
flush
four,
completer.
4 flush would be a flush completer. So that's confusing. But all others, which this would fall into the all others value category, you would call any pair plus.
But now do it in the category where, because you said or a flush completer. So put that in the first group. What is this? Where does your flow chart take you there?
Okay, so flush completer, you say?
Yeah.
Then our call down threshold has to be bottom pair plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Range.
We're bottom pair plus. Okay.
Now you know why I don't study this one. This one's
Yeah,
really
no, that's
complicated.
Yeah. All right. Up next is Derek. You have pocket aces.
Fold.
Let's watch you misplay.
Okay, so we're betting.
This one's not going to fall into Nuffle, I don't think, because
So
Oh, this is not going to Nuffle. This is just
yeah,
going to be
we have
lovely.
we have a
bet
short stack
more
under the
than-
gun raise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's bet like 10.
I like that.
Like he's under the gun betting 2. Who the fuck does that?
Still an apple. Well, it's short stack, so it's not.
Oh, this is, yeah.
Okay.
All right. What do you
Well,
want to do? What do you
Nuffle
want to
says
do now?
call,
Having
but-
having bet 6, what do you want to do now, Derek?
Well, Nuffle says call, but I think I want to raise here.
Okay.
Ugh. The disaster card comes.
Yeah, that's a bad
Well,
card.
before we're gonna call.
Race.
It's so short though. Oh, okay. Getting
Just wanted to make
fancy.
sure that he gets it in with the queen.
Hating it.
And now he has like 24 left, so
That's not a king.
yeah, so it kind of plays itself at this point.
Hard to get
No.
called by anything. I think calling is fine. I mean, it's very hard for a queen to call if you shove.
It could be a
Yeah.
king. Why can't it not be a king?
It was
I
a
was
king.
going to say it could be a king.
I didn't
Yeah.
say
Once you
it
raise,
could-
it
I
can
didn't
be a
say
king,
it's not
can't
a
it?
king. I said it's very hard to be a king at that sizing.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Scott
I
says
think-
it's not a king, but
We should have raised the flop, like I said.
And gotten,
Well, no, he would still call. He
Yeah.
would still call
He's
even
not
if you
folding.
raised the
I'd
flop.
make it would not make a
Yeah.
no,
difference.
it
He
would have made a
just
difference. It would have made a difference. We would have lost all the money.
Yeah, I guess.
I think because we raised the turn, right, then betting small on the river is an opportunity to induce because we've previously raised, right? If we hadn't raised, the sizing of a 4 would on the river would maybe imply it's not a king then. But I think this could still be a king because we had raised the turn, right? They're potentially
is-
trying to induce again.
Absolutely spot on.
Or trying to get ace king to just call and not raise him. Because of the
I-
threat of the 10 jack.
Maybe.
Maybe. Anyway, okay. That's what he did. Larry.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think
We like this hand. Let's raise it.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Mm.
I think here
Fold.
the right size is I would go 30. At 35 big blinds, I think. 22, yeah. It's committing for him in theory. That's fine. 30, 35.
I'm like 30.
I have a feeling this hand shows up here because I do something unusual because of this particular player.
Ah, okay.
I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. No,
Yeah, I
okay.
mean,
I didn't. I thought I was going to just flat, which I was like, good Lord, please don't.
yeah, I mean, I do like a flat here, sometimes, but not multi-way. With another player in,
Yeah.
I want him out, and so I'm going to 4-bet. But in theory, you do have flats here.
Yeah.
Playing in position.
So he calls the 4-bet and, oh God, I hate poker.
Always.
Poker so much.
Yeah, I hate this.
I quit.
The problem with this one is that once we call,
You're
he's
pretty
pot
committed, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 75 and he's got 50 behind.
Yeah.
And yeah, I kind of like just giving up here because he's this very, yeah. Let's see what he buffed with.
I
Queens.
I hate
yeah,
poker so
I think we
much.
should just play fit chicken here and call. Like, I don't think he's gonna empty the clip on later streets.
This is such a weird play. Why? I mean, this just seems to be,
He's just spazzing.
yeah, he's spazzing. So I think this
The
happens a
exact
lot
right
in
moment into the
4-bet
exact right
pots
hand and the exact right player.
because people's adrenaline is, I've said this 1,000 times, but people are just hyped up, got adrenaline, 4-bet pot, playing for stacks. They miss and they spaz.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't fold a flop.
I mean, it's just so weird to all of us here because it's like, well, what, your range is shit ton full of aces, but he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just,
why you
all
just
the
call
hands
with
that
your
fold,
my range.
and all the hands that fold except for one are worse than his.
yeah, it's just a crazy fucking play.
But boy, was it perfect.
In donk world, they just think, well, the ace is there. I either lose or he's gonna fold kings when I bet.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it'd be interesting to get inside the mind of a donkey.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
that's what the question is. But, maybe, I mean, we all know this. I mean, this does follow Nuffle theory in the sense that this is not his top of range, right? This
Yeah,
is
it's not.
this is a calling a 4-bet and missing play. I think
So
the
if
answer,
they-
I think whoever said, I think we call here, I think that was you, Sam. I think you're right. I think we do have to mix calls here and see what he does on turn.
Yeah, just call and see if he empties it on later streets.
Yeah.
I
So in
generally
Nuffle
just
then,
flat.
you have to call and then they shove it because they're basically it's the stack to pot.
I
is
don't know if
half next
Nuffle
turn.
calls. I think we're off
Would they call
Nuffle
then?
because I don't think Nuffle
Okay.
calls it. I don't think it includes 4-bet pots.
No.
Maybe it does.
But
I
this
should
is
ask.
odd.
I should
No.
ask the McNuffle.
I don't think it does. I've never asked, but
Yeah.
I doubt it does.
Yeah. So I think you're right, Sam. I think we call and then see what happens. I think if he checks turn, we check back, and then we just have to hear a river if he shoves.
Yeah.
So you wanted
The
to
thing-
ask what's in his head.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean,
Here's my best bet of the narrative that's going on in his head.
yeah. Let's hear.
First, we'll do the normal joke, boobs. But now, in seriousness, he looks at this and he says, fuck, the same as we said, fuck. I am so screwed here. But if I check and he bets anything, then I have to fold. So I'm going to bet one time and see what he does.
Yeah.
So he doesn't think so far as thinking, I'm going to bet one time and the only hands, and when he has an ace, they'll all call me and then I'll know. But all the other hands that fold, I have beat, except for one, and I can ignore that. So this is a bad bet against jacks, tens, nines. It's just jacks, tens. It's a terrible bet against nines. But like that, but that he's just thinking going, if I bet here, I'll have an answer. And if I check, I have no answer.
I could see that.
So he's betting for information. I think that's the
that's a
thought
good way to
process.
look at it.
And I think
I mean,
that's
we
as
know
far as it goes.
strategically it's a bad play, but you
Right.
can see where what you just said makes sense.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think though that is very specific to this situation, this player, right? What is a majority of fish doing here?
Jamming the
Is
jamming the
what we
queens.
have to think, right?
The-
You think
the
they're just
majority of
jamming
Yeah,
fish
the
just
queens
jam
queen's
the
there?
queens
going
free.
free. The queen's going free.
And we're done.
Oh, jam the fish, the queen's free. Okay.
Yeah. Then we just got all
Which
in.
is a different situation. You get on because you're calling it off, right? But what I'm trying to say is, are we potentially deep diving into a situation that's very rare and is not going to give us much of an outcome, right? Like
Oh,
if we go
I-
back to basics, isn't
No.
this just like realistically, we've seen his hand, we had them beat, but could you argue if we hadn't seen the hand, this is a full bet plot, it's in theory an underbluff situation, and we have a bluff catcher back to like complete basics. It is that and therefore should we be folding?
Well, it is a bluff catcher, there's no question. However, the real question that we're trying to get at is, what is this range? Now, this is what we
Yeah.
know, Richie. We know
Yeah.
that a donking range is oftentimes
usually.
not their best hands. It's not top of range. We
Okay.
know that. Now, but we are in a very unusual any 4-bet pot's unusual. We're now in an unusual 4-bet pot situation, and we're now in an extremely unusual 4-bet pot situation where he donks half pot. So this is rare, but it does occur, and it's for a lot of money. So it makes sense to try to understand what's happening here so we can make choices in the future. And I think, I think calling here when we've got positional advantages, right? And then if he shoves turn, nice bluff. If he checks turn, we check back. And then we make a decision on river, usually call.
And
And are these
I also posted a video that addresses this exact issue. So up next is Sam. We have Sam, Adrian, and Dean, and then we're done for the day.
open? Small blind calls.
He's
And he has
got
how many big blinds?
34. 34 is a short stack.
You move the window slightly a bit to the right.
Nope. We can't move the window. We can only tell you what it says.
What?
And 22 hands, he's 9/0.
All right, let's go. Let's see a flop. Oh, yes.
This is a very interesting spot.
I'm gonna raise here right away. He's not folding a king. He's not folding any kind of a Broadway draw.
So
The-
let me ask you a question. I mean, I think that your raise is fine, Sam, and it makes sense, but let's talk. So our SPR is what? Our SPR is essentially now 3 after who bets. Let's talk
SPR.
about what your equity is. Your equity is probably 90s, like
Wait, does he-
92, 93,
Does he have 80 big blinds or 30 big blinds?
30.
30.
30.
Oh yeah, 30. I could entertain a call.
Yeah, that's where I was getting, man. I think you call here because you don't want to fold out his bluffs. If he gets there with clubs, so what? We have 20% to vote up on river. So we
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
still-
a call is better at this SPR.
I am still more likely to just like click it to 6.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I like
the
it.
click it to 6 idea.
I do too, actually.
Love the click.
It's fine.
And we love that turn.
Yeah, and like I would click here now.
We 4x it.
No.
Our thickest value if our thickest value would 4x it here, in
Yeah, but that's when he has a full stack, right?
because we need it, but we don't need that. This click is going to do everything you need.
So we don't 4x it here.
You don't need to.
You don't need to. He's hella short.
We're getting the rest of it in anyway, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he has a king, like king, queen, king 10. Fuck.
He has so much nothing. Oh my god, he
What
folded.
the hell?
What?
He turned equity and folded.
Wow. Wow.
He
He's
turned
got the
equity and
odds to
folded.
call.
No
Yeah.
shit.
He's got the
So in this
odds to call
situation, it's
against your
technically
stack.
Crazy,
it's
man.
technically correct.
Exactly. Against it straight,
Okay,
he's got the
but-
odds to call.
Yeah.
So
He's got
if
a
he was
combo
full-
draw. That's insane.
So if he was full stack, do we 4x it here?
Yes.
Right, Mike?
Yeah, correct. Yep. Yep, that's right.
Okay, just like I'm drawing up a table of stuff.
Good.
Because like I was talking to Brad Owen
Wilson.
and he
good
said if you sign up for clubs, and then so I tried signing up for clubs and I can't sign up for clubs.
Well, so we're gonna do two more hands and then we will look and find that. Whoever wants to do that. So, Adrian, I give you ace king suited. It's gonna be Adrian and Dean, and then we'll stop the recording and then we'll look at that other stuff.
Is Brad Owen doing another movie with Jackie Chan?
All right, here we go. So to Owen or not to, to Nuffle or not to Nuffle? We have
Five
a veto
hands,
versus
no
we have
info.
information. No information at all. Except he's a broken stack and
I was about to say,
he
yeah.
did it. So we're nuffling. We're short stack nuffling.
I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call.
Min buyer. He's looking to double up and ditch.
5, 5, 10. So this is he bet full pot here?
No, half pot.
Half pot or okay.
This is getting close.
He's short stacked. So half pot, I have air. I should be punishing him here. He probably has 7s or 9s or something like that. I don't think I can fold him out. I don't think I can fold him out. So I'm just flipping. I don't think I can fold him out here.
So you start for you 24%. You have, in theory, barring trips and flushes, you have what? 16. You have 12, but you do have, yeah, interesting.
You have 12% and sometimes you're ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you probably called.
I don't think I can fold him out here.
I fold.
Yeah, I think I fold. I don't think I can pressure him too much.
Right.
But
Get in!
Oh,
you
man.
fold, you got him. What do you have? 9, 7. So he had a straight draw and he folded.
Straight draw.
Gained equity and folded.
Yep.
Dummy.
Nuffle was undefeated.
Now, Mike, what was your thought process there?
Oh, at the time, I have no idea. This is going back.
All right.
I like that. It's so honest.
I don't put him on a flush here. I don't put him on an 8. It's a weak jack or a pocket pair, and I don't think a shell folds out either one of those at this point.
I'm surprised he folded.
Yeah.
I mean, with the hand count and the stack size, it looks like he's a hit and run hero.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what I call it. And you see him all. I see him all the time on stars.
They try to
You know,
hit
the guys
one
who min buy and then they want to double up really fast and then they dip.
Do they do it with 9-7 off?
They do it with anything. Yeah, the
They
hit
do.
and run
I had a
heroes
guy-
would have been in there like swimwear.
Yeah, I had a guy do that to me with Queen 10 off, Ace King. Put him all in. He calls. He hits 2 queens. He hits trips on the turn and immediately leaves.
7, 8, 9, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Queen 10 off, all in. Full
Oh,
stack.
I understand why he folds here.
Why?
He's drawing to a straight when the flush is already on the board.
On a pair board.
On a pair board too.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and there's no implied odds after this.
Yeah,
Not
let's
a bad
be
choice.
honest.
I mean,
Are these players ever? Do they even know what implied odds mean?
No, but people do know that there's
don't
already that
even know how to
that
spell odds.
they know the idea I could hit and not be good.
Yeah.
he knows he's not drawing to the nuts. Basically.
Yep.
He also knows that of his straight outs, the diamonds are horrible.
I mean,
Yeah, I could see this fold.
the more you do it, the more Nuffle is. Yeah.
Right. Dean is our last hand.
Yeah.
And to answer like what I was thinking at the time, probably just the fact that, okay, I was probably following Nuffle and just ignoring the short stack version of it and saying, okay, well, this is, if I had Nuffle and a full stack, this is what I would do. And it just happens to put him in. So,
right.
Or you just didn't see his stack size? Is that what it is? Are you playing 3 tables?
probably not. I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible.
No, because if you didn't see his stack size, you would have gone to 16, not 26.
Right. Yeah. So I'm sure
26
I
was
saw
you were
stack
aware
size,
of.
and instead of making it 16 or 17, I saw, oh, it's 18. Well, I'll just put them all in.
Yeah.
That's
God
I don't
damn,
know.
man.
Is that what Nuffle does? Short stack? It just puts them all in.
No, I don't know what it does here. I think it does raise at some frequency, and because there's min raising in the short stack, Nuffle. There's a lot of stuff that's weird.
You're a baller. I wish I could grow a pair like you.
Well, there's a fine line between baller and spewer.
300 BB per 100. I think that's balling.
Yeah. Alright, here
Big
we go. Deep
blind
stack.
folds. Okay. Whose hand is it?
This is Dean.
Oh yeah, of course. We had like king, king, ace, 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 king, and I get jack 7.
Hey, but at least you got a pair.
I was about to say you've got a
You
pair.
hit the
It's better
flop,
than the
everybody
ace
else got
king.
screwed.
Yep, call.
King, king, and ace, ace are pairs technically if we're going down that route.
But the king, yeah.
I think there's a check.
Check, yeah.
Check behind.
Call.
Oh,
Oh,
Out.
that is so
Oh.
upsetting. That is
Okay.
That's
Nuffled
grimy.
ourselves.
Infinity value we got.
Just to clarify then, because I don't know if I've missed that, but with Nuffle, or when they check on the turn and we have value, be it weak value, we check back, do we? We
Weak
only
value,
bet
we
So you
check
would
with
back.
B30.
Only bet,
Yeah.
only bet our best value and bluffs.
Yeah, we bet our best value in air and we check back our thin value, is it?
That's right.
Our low value.
Weak
Okay.
value, we check back.
Okay.
And strong value, medium value, which is considered top pair here, we bet B30.
Okay. And then strong. So strong, we bet B30 as well.
Yep.
Okay.
In our draws.
All right, so let me turn off the recorder. Thanks everybody if you're on YouTube and this has not been taken down, and you write us a comment, we will answer that comment. Probably with something snotty or a link to a Doug Stanhope joke. All right.
A shout out to both Mike and
For
Scott.
sure
You
leave
guys
in
put yourself
comments.
out there today and showed us your hands, showed us your play. And we all got something from it. So thank you to both of you.
Thank you.